This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
There we go.
There.
Good morning, everybody. A few technical difficulties to start the day off. That's okay. Joanne is here with me in the studio.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to our Thursday show. It's the Buzz Adams Morning Show. We got a lot coming up today, including our turkey giveaway from Rise Federal Credit Union. We're going to hook somebody up this week and then another winner next week for a completely catered Thanksgiving dinner with all the holiday sides favorites. And we're going to give that away. We're going to give one away today, and then we're going to give one away next week. And then the Thursday after that is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
2 weeks from Thanksgiving. You got all your seating arrangement set? How many people do you have for Thanksgiving? Just the folks that live there in the house?
Folks
Or do
that
you
live
have...
there, which is enough, you know. But then I have like uncles and aunts that come by later through the day and stuff.
I see. Do you ever go to anybody else's for Thanksgiving?
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
And we've been doing my Aunt Marietta's for the last 25 or 30 years, I think.
Oh.
Before that, it was my grandma.
Uh-huh.
They would always save one of the drumsticks from the turkey for me.
For you? Just for you? That's so nice.
Yeah, because, man, when it comes to turkey, I can't eat the breast meat, the white meat.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be like something off the leg or the thigh.
Buzz needs something off the leg.
Yeah, so all of my Thanksgiving memories are me sitting at a tray table, like a TV dinner tray table, eating a turkey leg like I'm King Henry VIII, lording over my court. Did I mention True Crime Report? We got that on the way this morning. Joanna Barba is going to have our Hollywood Cheesemate coming up in just a few minutes. So, Joanna, what's on the way with the Hollywood Cheesemate?
A big star just joined in on Wednesday season 2. And everyone is hoping for a dance-off between them. Because then what would be the point if they don't do Bloody Mary?
What? What's Bloody Mary?
It's this whole TikTok trend that happened when that show Wednesday came out. And it was... I'm going to say it now. It's Lady Gaga is joining season 2.
Oh, okay.
And she has the song Bloody Mary, and everyone's saying they better do that song.
Well, you have to tune in. See, it's kind of defiant. You still got this bias against Tim Burton, right?
I do, yes.
He said that casting people of color was not in his
aesthetic.
Aesthetic, right.
And then, bam, Wednesday comes out, and this, like, stacked Latino list.
Yeah, stacked,
and I'm
right?
Oh, now it's convenient for your aesthetic, Tim Burton.
Luis Guzman is in it.
Jenna Ortega's the main.
Yeah. Is Catherine Zeta-Jones the mom?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she's not Latina, is she?
No.
Hey, whatever happened to Latinx? I never hear anybody calling anybody Latinx or Latinx anymore.
I don't either.
It's like they told us we had to do it, and then all of a sudden everybody forgot about having to do it, right?
Yeah, I think some people still use it.
Yeah, but they're the same people that include their pronouns on like their email cover sheet and stuff.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but
yeah. I haven't heard it in a while.
There was no follow through on that Latinx deal. Let's get a look at El Paso weather. The weekend golfers forecast. We can already start talking about the weekend here, and it's brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. Set up all your tee times and reservations online at painteddunes.com. Today's going to be gorgeous. Light winds, sunny, 74. Doesn't get much better than that. I'm going to give that a golfer score of A+. Tomorrow, Friday, is going to be sunny and 79. Also, those winds are still going to stay under 10 miles an hour, so that's A+ too. Saturday, I got a tee time at Painted Dunes, so I might see you out there.
Ooh.
Partly cloudy, 76 for the high on Saturday. Might be a little windy in the afternoon. Fortunately, our tee time is at 8:30 on Saturday. But, yeah, winds will pick up later in the afternoon ahead of a major rain event that's going to happen. We don't get to say this very often, but 90% of the coverage area in El Paso is going to get rain. That's what the percentage means.
Yeah.
I keep going through this, and I still can't believe it.
It's still so shocking every time you tell me.
Okay, so I always thought until Chuck DeBroder set me straight. You might want to pay attention to this, Alberto, but when they do the weather forecast, they say there's a 90% chance of rain. They don't mean that there's a 10% chance that there's going to be no rain. What they mean is the coverage. You know this? How do you know this? Have I explained it to you?
I don't know. I think I just saw it on the internet one time.
That's just something you know. Okay, anyway. So it's going to rain, and we're going to get, it looks like quite a bit of it on Sunday. Rain is also going to bring in cooler temperatures. 58 is going to be the high on Sunday after being near 80. And then next week, highs are going to be in the 50s, lower 50s. Might get as high as 60 a couple of days, but we're really going to see it get a lot cooler after that rain front moves through. So that is a 90% rain chance on Sunday. And this is the Golfers Forecast brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. Get ready for some fun at the Turkey Shoot tournament on November 23rd at Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. It's a two-person 666 format. $90 gets you the round of golf, cart, green fees, prizes, meals, beverages, and you might even win a turkey. Deadline to enter is Monday. So let me give you the number to call the Pro Shop at Painted Dunes. Their Pro Shop number is 915-821-2122. That's 915-821-2122. Or you can sign up and find out more about the tournament by visiting painteddunes.com for more details. We're going to take a break. Alberto is here. And so that means Joanna's in the studio with me. And when we come back, I'll have Today in Sound clips on the way in just a moment.
The Daily Calendar.
Today, November 14th.
Today is Children's Day in India. I've never been to India, but apparently they have children. It's Loosen Up, Lighten Up Day.
Lighten up, Francis.
It's American Teddy Bear Day and National Pickle Day.
I'm Pickle Rick!
It's National Seatbelt Day. Better buckle up, or you might find yourself celebrating Operating Room Nurses Day instead. Also important, but it's not as fun a day.
And that's your Daily Calendar.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from AC/DC to Alice in Chains to
Family Stress Travel. El Paso Children's Hospital, created by El Pasoans for generations to come.
El Paso's own live and local. The Buzz Adams Morning Show. 95.5 KLAQ.
We're going to get into Today in Sound clips. Nico, has anybody communicated with Nico?
He said he's running late.
Nice.
Well, he never does that.
Sounds out of character.
He says...
Should I call the authorities?
Running a few minutes behind. Can you let Buzz know? Be there in 10. Oh, that was 10 minutes ago.
That was 10 minutes ago. Okay. Well,
Nicholas, damn it.
KLAQ wants to stuff your table so you can stuff your face this Thanksgiving. It's courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union. Today, we're going to give away one of our ready-made Thanksgiving feast, including all the sides. The catering by Con Amor by Barry Catering, and we're going to have those to give away. Got a lot of phone calls and messages yesterday. Just tell us, what are your circumstances this year? Why do you really need a Thanksgiving dinner? Enough to feed a lot of people. And I'm not looking for the saddest story out there. We've gotten some good stuff so far. People on the edge of a nervous breakdown, I think was one of our calls yesterday, right? I'm on the earth. I could really use some help this Thanksgiving. So if you want to do that, you can leave it on our app chat. Or what's the other thing you said?
The neckline?
Well, there's the neckline. I was going to give that.
You can also submit it on the app, just like a voice message.
Really?
Under media submissions, yeah.
Okay. Or you can call the neckline. Leave your phone number. I'll make sure I beep the phone number out. You don't have to worry about your phone number getting out. But if you're a winner, I got to call you. And I'm thinking about like everybody who qualified for this round that I just leave them in for next Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to email back if you've already got one in. We'll pick and this is going to be random pick from all of our qualifiers. Once again, that is a complete Thanksgiving feast with all the sides. from Rise Federal Credit Union, and we're going to give one away later today. Let's get things started with Today in Sound Clips. All right.
And now, Today in Sound Clips.
The equipment is kind of glitchy today, huh, Alberto?
Yeah, a little bit, definitely.
We're going to talk, first of all, President-elect Donald Trump was in Washington and the White House yesterday as part of the transition process. He met with GOP House members, then headed to the White House where he met with President Biden. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said Trump and Biden met for 2 hours.
It was a substantive meeting, an exchange of views. They discussed important national security and domestic policy issues facing the nation and the world.
So when Trump was received by Barack Obama in 2016, he said they talked for 2 hours, that it was supposed to only be like for 30 minutes, but they talked for 2 hours this time around with Biden. They said the meeting was over 2 hours.
All right.
There was not a White House meeting in 2020 because the president at the time, I forget his name, but he was busy treasoning. So we couldn't transition because we were treasoning. President Joe Biden in this clip welcomes Donald Trump back to the White House. And it sounds like, for just a brief minute there, just a senior moment, it sounds like Biden doesn't remember who's president, him or the other guy.
Okay.
How'd I get here? Where are my slippers? Here's Joe Biden.
Mr. President-elect and former President, thank you, Donald, congratulations.
So I guess we have some of this audio for you today of the meeting, talking with President-elect Donald Trump in the Oval Office yesterday. Joe Biden said he wants to do everything he can to make the switchover smooth.
Looking forward to having, like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. We're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today.
You know, smooth transition, I think, used to mean, make sure that your people know where all the stuff is kept. Right. Everybody gets a set of keys.
Yeah.
Now it's don't foment an insurrection.
Yeah, right.
So the
Please
meaning of a smooth transition has really changed. Well, let's hear a little bit from President-elect Donald Trump in the Oval Office yesterday.
Thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's, many cases, not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate it.
As smooth as a baby's bottom. As smooth as Arnold Palmer. Did you ever see this guy's package? Donald Trump chose Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida as his attorney general. I just want to briefly take a moment here. Nobody can tell if Matt Gaetz ever worked as an attorney. He's an attorney in that he graduated from law school at William and Mary, and he passed the bar, but he's never prosecuted. He's never defended anybody. He's never been a judge. They're saying that without parallel, this is the most underqualified person ever to take over as Attorney General. Also, this is reassuring, believe it or not, because if there's some kind of like hostile takeover of the U.S. government, you're not going to get it done with yahoos like Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz looked like Butthead grew up.
Syndrome from The Incredibles.
Right, he's Syndrome from The Incredibles, but he's going to be the number one law enforcement officer in the country, but we'll see. Because Trump has already told the Republicans he expects them to just rush through any of his nominees. But we know that some of these Republicans consider, like Kevin McCarthy considers Matt Gaetz to be a sex predator. Hey, Nico, look who's here.
Trump 2024.
Yes.
Trump 2024.
Asked about Trump's choice of Matt Gaetz as his attorney general, Senator Marco Rubio said this.
I like Matt a lot. I know him very well, and I'm confident that if the Senate confirms him, he would do a good job.
Such humiliation for these guys like Marco Rubio. John Fetterman, however, the senator, had a slightly different reaction to Trump's choice of Matt Gaetz.
I would describe it as God-tier level trolling to just trigger a full-on China syndrome to own the libs in perpetuity.
Okay.
Perpetuity.
So he might have possibly worked at a law firm right out of college, but it's unclear what he did there. But again, never tried a case. He might have, in fact, I think probably the most legal experience he'll eventually have is as a defendant. Let's get some other clips here. Dave Coulier from Full House is battling cancer.
Oh, not Coulier.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah, that's Uncle Joey. He revealed his stage 3 cancer diagnosis.
Why can't you take Stamos?
They never called him Uncle Joey. I will die on this hill.
They never called him Uncle Joey?
He is not Uncle
3?
Joey.
Well, Uncle Jesse?
Uncle Jesse is the uncle, but Joey was just
Joey's
Danny's
just a friend?
best friend. Yeah.
And
Jesse was Danny's brother-in-law. He was the mom's brother.
But he's uncle by association. I think.
But they never called
Who's
him Uncle Joey. They just called him Joey.
Which one tried to cheat their kids' way into college?
Aunt
Becky.
Becky.
Oh, okay.
But that wasn't part of the storylines.
So here is Dave Coulier revealed his stage 3 cancer diagnosis on the Today Show yesterday.
In that time, I've had 3 surgeries. I've had chemo. I've lost a little bit of hair. I kind of look like a little baby bird now. But it has been a roller coaster ride, for sure.
Dave Coulier also opened up about being told that he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and how he broke that news to his family.
I told my wife, Melissa, I got the news. I was home by myself. She came home 20 minutes later. And she said, have you heard anything? And I said, yeah, I have cancer. And she said, come on, quit making jokes. And I said, no, I did. And once that settled in, it was a gut punch.
Quit making jokes? How often does he joke about
getting
stuff like cancer?
Right. Sure. Last week it was HIV.
Yeah,
this week
whatever,
it's cancer.
Dave.
Police in New Hampshire arrested a man who was shooting a tree in the woods with 9 guns. This story, more than anything else, is just an illustration of how different a place like New Hampshire is from Texas.
Yeah, that sounds
where
like a
we
Saturday.
routinely go out and shoot not just trees, but old refrigerators that somebody left out in the desert. Do you know about this place up in Santa Teresa where people just take old appliances and then everybody goes out and just shoots the hell? You've heard of it, Alberto, or you've been there?
I've been there. You see it like microwaves, dishwashers.
I'm going to get some of that Dragon's Breath ammunition and go out there at night. You want to go? You want to go,
Dragon's Breath?
Alberto?
Yes.
And it causes a fire.
Yes.
Okay, so they arrested this guy who was out in the woods shooting. And he's looking at, and they're trying to make it like 9 guns. Who has 9 guns? I say the same thing. It's like, who only has 9 guns? Here is Lieutenant Justin Dottie talking about the arrest.
He came upon an abandoned vehicle. He heard what he believed to be gunfire, which then caused them to request the assistance of multiple other agencies until they could figure out what exactly was going on. Upon setting up the perimeter, they were also able to learn who the individual in question was. So they were able to make contact with him by phone, also using the PA system on the cruiser to call him out of the woods. He was shooting a small tree in the ground around the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, was he shooting at an animal?
No.
A person?
No.
It doesn't matter. In Texas.
Wow.
Right. In New Hampshire, this guy
What the hell, New Hampshire?
got arrested for going out in the woods and shooting.
He wasn't shooting someone or an animal.
Well,
He was shooting a tree.
I've been in a similar plenty of times where we're out shooting, and maybe you find some old bottles or something, or cans. You set those up at the base of a tree. So the bullet, you can shoot down at the ground. It's not going to be up in the air where it could hit somebody's livestock or something. I'm real country, Alberto. Did I ever tell you that?
Oh, I kind of figured that. Between Oklahoma and some of the stories, I was like, yeah.
The gap in your teeth really gives it away.
The straw coming out of your mouth.
That's not a gap. Those are missing teeth. Come on, get it right.
It's from his accident.
Right. But you set up whatever you're going to shoot at. You set it up at the base of a tree. They're making it like he had something against this tree or something. What do you want to bet this guy just moved there from Texas or someplace?
Yeah, that's silly.
Willie Nelson spoke about mortality. He just released a behind-the-scenes video from his latest album, which is called Last Leaf on the Tree. And it was another memorable Willie Nelson quote.
I never thought I was alone. We're all going to die. It's just a matter of when. And I'm 91, almost 92. And I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of anything.
Not afraid of dying, not afraid of anything. Not as long as I got my Acapulco Gold.
Yeah.
You know, he has a line of cannabis products.
The weeds?
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to hear what happened on the finale of The Golden Bachelorette, Joanna?
Oh, that already ended?
Yeah, last night.
Oh, she chose someone?
Joan Vassos picked, and I cannot believe this is a real name, Chalk Chapel.
Excuse me?
Double C.
Chalk, not Chuck. Chalk.
Chalk.
Chonk.
Chapel.
Chonk.
Hopefully it'll last longer than last year's Gold Bachelor.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever actually lived together and got divorced after a couple of weeks.
Chalk. How do you look?
Chalk Chapel, Chappple.
Oh, yeah.
Here they are committing to spending the rest of their golden years in each other's old, wrinkly arms.
I'm going to tell you that I love you every day. I promise that.
I waited till this moment to tell you that I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I've been waiting forever to do this.
Oh my gosh.
Joan.
Oh,
Will you marry me?
older folks.
Of course I'll marry you.
Did you hear it, Alberto?
What is it?
He said, "Oh, this is the older.
This is older folks.
This is the gold." Alberto, you never heard of the Golden Bachelor?
I didn't know. But
Alberto's a sports guy.
You
He's
know
not
what, though?
watching this.
I'll say this. Just because they're older, I think they will last. I think
Well,
they're more
the Golden
mature,
Bachelor
more
last
level-headed.
year.
They got 3 years left.
You're kind of
Well, the Golden Bachelor last year, they only lasted, what, 2 months?
2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
and it's
never mind.
unclear if they ever really cohabitated as man
They
and wife.
really
It sounds
did
like
not.
they did
Yeah,
not.
they did not.
They did not.
So it's all for television, right?
I think so.
All
yeah.
of this, I love you.
It's all for the
And I
gram.
want to
I'm here
spend
for
the
all
rest
the
of
right reasons. You know, all that stuff.
Bunch of liars.
I think there are a couple of Bachelor or Bachelorette couples that might have kind of stood the test of time.
Yeah, probably. He's a zaddy. Look at him. I'd marry that.
All right. Okay.
You could be on the next Golden Bachelor, Buzz.
No. I'm not young enough to be a bachelor, but I'm not old enough to be a Golden Bachelor. I'm old enough to be the host.
That's what
You're
you think.
you're totally old enough to be one of those golden. I think they had 50. Dude, you're almost 60.
Yes, Buzz.
You. These guys are like 70.
Let's campaign for Buzz to be the next Golden Bachelor.
These old coots are like 70, 75 years
right.
old.
You said
But they're
these guys
so
are like
active.
70. Like that's that much older
Yeah.
than you.
Yes.
That's only 10 years away from you.
It seems
70.
like an eternity.
70 is 10 years away.
I got a couple other stories I want to do for you. You might be interested in this if you like rock documentaries, although this is a yacht rock documentary.
Yacht rock.
Yacht documentary?
Yeah, and it's called a documentary, but doc is spelled like a boat dock. Clever, right?
I love that.
The documentary about yacht rock. Do you know what that is, Alberto?
Yeah, it's like rock you would play
on a yacht.
On a yacht, exactly. Wow.
Because it depends on
Bingo.
Commentary for the documentary include Fred Armisen, Questlove from The Roots, Steve Lukather of Toto, Kenny Loggins, and especially the captain, the Admiral, Michael McDonald. So here is a trailer of the Yacht Rock documentary.
It rocks, but it doesn't rock too hard. The singers all seem to be saying, hey, it's going to be okay.
It's perfect sitting down, dancing music. Also known as yacht rock.
Steely Dan.
The Doobie Brothers. Toto.
Kenny Loggins,
Christopher Cross. Michael McDonald.
I expected to be totally forgotten by the end of the 80s.
The
term yacht rock emerged from comedy show.
All of a sudden, this new genre we made up started to get embraced by the world.
Yacht rock. I always thought it was kind of flattering to be made fun of.
I began to see that it was a kind of backwards way to honor us.
Obviously, it made an impression on somebody.
All right. Heard a lot of tunes there I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Where's my Peter Cetera? Where's my Billy Vera and the Beaters?
What is this language you're speaking?
I think I only have a couple other stories here. Michael Strahan issued a statement over that salute that everybody went nuts about.
Goodness.
So on Sunday, they were having a Memorial Day thing, and they had all the NFL on Fox sports commentators up there.
Yes.
And they all had their hands over their heart, except for Michael Strahan. He had his hands folded in front of him, and some people thought it was a protest. It just dawned on me. You know what people are thinking?
What's that?
He's doing this because he's mad Trump won the election. Like, I had not even considered that.
You didn't consider that?
And it didn't occur to me. I thought it was just like, there's an African American former athlete, and he's not standing for the. I mean, he is standing for the national anthem, but he doesn't have his hand over his heart. It all seemed very ingenuine to me, but enough so that Michael Strahan made this statement.
The only statement that should be made and that I want to make is I love the military. I've always loved the military, and I will always love the military. I do so many programs to help veterans and soldiers. I grew up on a military base with a father who's a major in the Army. My brother, my sister, my cousins, they all served in the military. I'm a military brat. And so the fact of somebody saying that, I'm unpatriotic couldn't be any further from the truth. And if you want the truth, I'll tell you the truth, is that I was caught up in the moment.
He goes on to explain in that he didn't realize everybody had their hand over their heart, and that he didn't until the anthem was all underway, and he thought it would make. He said, "I thought it would make me look silly if I, put my hand up there." Right.
The fact that he even has to explain himself.
That anybody has to explain themselves because they were standing for the national anthem but didn't have their hand in the right place is, I'm sorry, it's a little bit ridiculous to me.
Right?
I think so too.
I did look it up. The proper etiquette is hand over heart, though. But nobody ever. I've been to dozens of sporting events where they have the national anthem. They never tell you put your hand over your heart.
Well, as etiquette describes itself, it's not necessary. It's not required.
Well, nobody's saying it's the law, but it's not the law to kneel during the national anthem either. There's no law that says you have to even stand. So, really, really ridiculous. A woman gave birth to a baby boy on the floor in the ticketing area of Miami International Airport.
Oh, my God.
So, like when you're lining up to board the plane, this woman had a baby. And initially, this is kind of dramatic, first responders thought that it was a miscarriage, but it wasn't. Goodness. The baby ended up coming out fine.
Oh, wow.
Aww. Here's the conversation between dispatchers and responders.
Responding to door 3, pregnant female, possible miscarriage outside of door 3 departure.
If it's alive, it's alive? Okay.
Oh
Hold on. Suction. Hold on.
Rescue 40, your ETA. Baby was delivered. Rescue 40.
Hey, how about that?
Wow.
It's alive. Beautiful. It's alive.
So much happening at airports. Didn't a raccoon fall out of something the other day?
That was at LaGuardia.
Baby.
Baby. We have a little bit more audio from the ticketing area at Miami International.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to begin pre-boarding all first-class members, all medallion members, and all women who are giving birth. Yes, if you're currently giving birth to a little bundle of joy, please line up in Group A. Any active military members or women who can see the head, please line up in Group A as well. If you can't see the head yet, please wait until the baby is crowning and then line up in Group A. If your water has not yet broken, please wait until your group is called. Excuse me, are you giving birth?
Yeah. Oh, man, this sure is painful. Childbirth and whatnot.
Nice try, sir. Again, any first-class passengers, medallion members, military members, and women who are giving birth and can see the head, please line up in Group A. Thank you.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
Bard at I-10 South with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Walk-ins are welcome.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
The Mo Show calendar and the daily almanac of events. Today is November the 14th, 2 weeks from Thanksgiving Day. We'll be getting into that coming up here in just a few moments. You want to hear some of the calls we've gotten for the complete turkey dinner giveaway, a $375 value, courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union.
Yeah, and also just to clarify, people who are messaging us in our app chat, they're eligible as well, right?
Yes, if you send us a message in the app chat. Now, we just need a way to get back to the people.
The app chat normally has a number.
Yeah, you already have a number attached, but if you could just also add a number when you send in your message, that would
helps. Yeah.
And we're not going to reveal the numbers on the air, but we do have to call you back. All right, let's hear a couple of the calls. Give us a reason that this would really, really help you out this year. And everybody who does give us a reason, we'll put you in the running, and then we're going to draw randomly from everybody's story. But let's find out what people got going on this Thanksgiving.
Hey, good morning, Buzz Adams Morning Show.
Hello.
This is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
I'm hearing this about a Thanksgiving giveaway or whatnot, a random drawing. I have a neighbor who's 88 years old. He's taking care of his wife that has dementia.
Oh.
And they pretty much just staying home all day. Get home from work, I look over, he's taking care of her, walking up and down the porch.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to do something for them anonymously and put a turkey basket right there at the front door saying Happy Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to let you know. All right? Peace.
Give me a call back or get us your phone number. You didn't include the phone number. I mean, we can work around it.
Oh, yeah. So if you're going to call in the neckline, we don't have access to your number in the neckline. So
sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
It's weird the way it works.
Hi, good morning, guys. I'm here to enter the turkey giveaway. My name is Mike. If you recall, it's been a while I haven't called in. This is OTR Mike.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in like 6-7 years. I'm going to be coming home Thursday evening.
Okay.
First time in 7 years to be home for Thanksgiving.
Nice.
It's just me and my daughter. I'm a single father. So it'd be great if I can show up with my daughter and have this huge meal for us. And she's kind of mentioned that she can invite some of her friends over, so on and so forth. She turns 15 next month. It'd be great if I can show up with a nice little gift like that and spend Thanksgiving with her and her little friends or little cousins for the first time in 7 years.
All right. Aww. Okay. Here's another guy who says he could really use the Thanksgiving feast this year.
My phone number is...
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, yeah, I'd like a turkey too. I mean, I don't have a sad story. I mean, I went to Sam's and I tried to buy some beef stew meat. So now I'm out of money, and it'd be nice to have another turkey. 915. My phone number is.
Thank you, sir.
Qualifies me.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
What about
wait a second. Are you saying another turkey? You already got a turkey?
No, I thought you said you got like beef stew or something.
He did. But then he said it'd be nice to have another turkey.
No, he's saying, like, my problem is that I tried to buy some beef stew and it didn't work for me.
Now I'm out of money, and it'd be nice to have another turkey.
Okay.
He kind of gave
Hey,
himself away.
Oh,
We have a response to one of the other calls already from Stoner Guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Stoner guy. Shout out.
Yo, morning show. I was going to call in with my Thanksgiving thing, but I kind of want to do the one with the guy that the guy walks back and forth on the porch. Mine is for that guy. You should get all the turkeys. All right, let me get back.
That didn't sound like Stoner Guy.
That's not Stoner
Probation
Guy.
Okay. Yeah, I guess not.
Why did you think it was Stoner Guy?
Because
Because
yo,
it
yo,
said
yo,
that
yo.
the yo.
Oh, yeah, that is a Stoner Guy.
Stoner Guy's name does come up. This one didn't have a name.
Yeah. But normally I see the yo, 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 and I'm like,
And it's
oh,
Stoner
that's
Guy,
Stoner Guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about we do the Mo Show calendar and daily almanac of events today? It is a look at all the events that birthdays, celebrity birthdays, things like that. I'm trying to find something special for you. All right. Today is International Day Against the Illicit Trafficking in Cultural Property. Now, I know that's a lot of words there, but do you know what they mean?
Like trafficking artifacts?
Yeah, like
Like what?
Yes, sir.
200 years ago, nobody gave a flip. You go over and just raid like mummies' tombs and take them back to wherever you came from, and so now that's the thing you're not supposed to do anymore.
So, like Indiana Jones, he would be a criminal according to today.
Some people
Kinda,
would call
yes.
you a grave robber,
Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah. Trafficking in international property.
You and I are not as different as you may think.
We're very different, Balak.
It would just take a nudge to push you out of the light. God, that was my favorite movie
If
for
only
many,
you
many
spoke
years.
Jovito.
It's a good thing the Javitos don't know you the way I know you, Belloc. Yes. Too bad you don't speak.
Jovito.
You could warn them if only you spoke Javitos. You know that was Alfred Molina, the guy
Yeah.
that betrays
Well, the
him
guide,
in the cave?
yeah.
The guide was
That looks
Alfred
super
Molina.
kind of Indian or Mexican, or he looks.
You never know what he really is.
Yeah. Alfred Molina is great. Doc
Very
Ock, by the
diverse.
way. Today is International Girls' Day. Congratulations, Joanna.
Yeah, Joanna, whatever.
Ew.
Whatever.
Shut up, Nico. It's my day, not yours.
Today is International Selfie Day and also National Pickle Day. Birthdays include, I really like this one for Saturday Night Live. Former cast member Vanessa Bayer is 43.
Nice.
Do you remember her?
No, yeah, she was funny. She also came out in What We Do in the Shadows.
Let me see.
She's that
Yeah.
vampire, emotional vampire.
Oh, that's great. I love her.
Travis Barker from Blink-182, the drummer who's now with one of the Kardashians. I can never keep it straight.
Chloe? No.
They've morphed into one blob.
Kimmy?
Courtney.
No, Courtney.
Nice.
Travis Barker, Blink-182, 49 today.
49, Travis?
Yeah.
Oh, he's great.
Reverend Run from Run DMC, 60 for him. Also, the 60th birthday for Patrick Warburton, who played
I
Buddy
love him.
on Seinfeld.
What else?
He's the voice of
Tick.
Joe.
He's the
Tick, yeah. Actress Laura San Giacomo is 62. She was Julia Roberts' hooker friend in Pretty Woman, and then was on a show called Just Shoot Me.
I love Just Shoot Me.
Oh, Just Shoot Me. Yeah, that's a
you
good
know,
one.
you know Laura San Giacomo,
I
right?
didn't think she did have.
Couple of
now we have to look
Donna
that up.
Dixons, Danny DeVito's, couple of double D's going on there. You know what I'm saying? Former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is 70 today.
Oh.
And Styx guitarist James Young turned 75 today. This date in history, I got an interesting fact about this. 173 years ago in 1851, a book by Herman Melville called Moby Dick was first published in the U.S. on this date in 1851. And the interesting thing that I just found out recently is there are some whales that live so long that there are whales out there swimming around in the ocean
that were alive when
that
it was
were
written.
alive before it was written.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they know this because sometimes they'll
Explode.
They'll tell you.
Yeah, they'll explode too.
Robert F. Kennedy will capture one.
Decapitate them. No, that they'll find them and they have these antique
Harpoons.
harpoon tips
Wow. Stuck in
that were in them, right? Yeah. So there's still whales from pre-Moby Dick days.
First of all, did you say whale?
Whale.
Whale.
That's
Of a tail.
I believe that's the Spanish pronunciation.
Also, did you hear that Melville was going to write a sequel to Moby Dick? Yeah.
What was it going to be called?
Called
Moby Dick, Moby Problems.
Well, how about Moby Vag, except it was about a female great
All right.
Happy birthday, King Charles III.
Wow.
Of England. King Chuck.
King Chuck.
King Chuck. Should I play that?
Hell yeah.
76 years old today.
We haven't heard it since the coronation.
Think about this. Think about this. I see Charles on TV, and I think that's got to be the oldest man in England.
He's your age.
He's younger than Biden and Trump.
Oh my God!
What?
Yeah, he's younger than both those old farts.
Yes.
King Chuck. King Charles was a young prince. He never thought he'd be king. Finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Chuck. The Queen was his mama. Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Bucky Chuck. Will they fit on stamps and money? Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Chuck, Chuck. Prince Andrew had his orgies. Chuck, Chuck. He's wild, that brother Andy. King Chuck, Chuck. On Epstein Island, dude got randy. Yeah. Prince Harry moved for good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies. King Chuck, Chuck. And dressing up for ceremonies. King Chuck, Chuck. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. King Chuck, Chuck. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule cause he's got the family jewel. King Chuck.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. True Crime Report on the way this morning. Get those Thanksgiving calls in for the catered dinner courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union. I'll give you some more details coming up in just a moment. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10,
Auto loan is required. All loans are subject to approval. Other conditions and fees may apply.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast.
Actual crime stories from around the world and across the nation. And we will have a Florida Man game coming up in just a few moments.
Any of you involved in any illegal activity? Because I could sure go for some.
We're going to have to change the Florida Man theme song at some point because Marco Rubio is going to be the Secretary of State. And
right.
so we have to change our Florida Man song because of that. All right, actual crime stories from around the world and across the nation. 20 massage therapists in Florida have been accused of offering sex acts to undercover detectives.
No.
This was during a 2-day sting operation called Operation Skin So Soft.
Oh.
I don't know
Who came up with that name?
No.
Who comes up with these names? I would like to apply.
Yeah, who gets to come up with the names for criminal investigation?
Can you repeat the name again?
Skin So Soft?
Operation Skin So Soft.
That's from Avon.
So here's the sheriff in the county there, Grady Judd, who speaks pretty bluntly. And he's talking about, we had our undercover agents who were just trying to, or, undercover operatives who these massage therapists would kind of pressure into getting, and he goes on to describe one of these girls who's a little tiny thing and one of the other undercover cops. I just want you to listen really close to how Sheriff Grady Judd describes this one masseuse.
The undercover would say, no, just a massage. So on 3 different occasions, she continued to try to come back and upcharge him to engage in sex. She stood in front of the door so he couldn't leave, and then she tried to hold him down. This is a big undercover detective, and she might have been 5 foot tall. She wasn't as big as a popcorn fart, and she was trying to hold him.
Hold on a second. I've never heard that one before.
Undercover detective, and she might have been 5 foot tall. She wasn't as big as a popcorn fart, and she was trying to hold this man down. A word to the wise. If you don't want to get arrested and have your picture up here on a skin so soft bulletin board, don't do it. Next time, it can be the customers.
So they were targeting the massage. Like, do you call them a therapist if it's one of these rub and tug joints?
I don't know. Did they go to school for it?
Highly doubt it.
I don't think anybody goes to school.
Do they have a degree that I can look at?
A person has been charged in a staged car crash. Fortunately, it was caught on the dash cam video of the victim. So what they did was they cut over in front of her and slammed their brakes, but she put her brakes on so she wouldn't run into him. And then the car, like they're thinking about it for a second, gets in reverse and backs up and rams her. And then the people get out like, oh, you hit me from behind. I'm going to sue you, right?
Yeah.
You know that kind of stuff happens?
Yeah, all the time.
What?
Lisa, you know this happens?
Yeah, and I've seen the videos because the dash cam cameras have become so popular now because of this happening in bigger cities.
I'll just reverse my car into you.
Okay. I am sure that a friend of mine who's an attorney was just joking. I'm sure that this was in jest, but he ever said, hey, if you ever want both of us to be rich, just get in front of a Coca-Cola delivery truck and slam your brakes on. I'm at least 55% sure that he was joking about that, though.
Yeah, more than 50.
Here is Asfia Natasha getting into the crash, and then an update on the police and the people get out and the acting and the histrionics that are going on. How dare you ram into us?
Oh my God.
What happened, babe?
Oh my God, what did I see? Babe!
Babe, what happened?
I got into an accident. Oh my God. This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on?
Reversed into you?
Yeah. I just got off the phone with the police and they let me know that they made 1 arrest, which is amazing progress. And honestly, it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And the NYPD is working really hard on this investigation.
It's super blatant. You know, you can look up the video here. But the people who tried pulling this stunt are the ones getting arrested.
As they should.
Got a couple Florida man stories here, but the last one is going to be our Florida man game.
Did Steve leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He felt disrespected.
Oh, no.
No, bet you that's what it was.
Buzz is like, I told you what time to be here.
In Florida, a 20-year-old man in Miami named Alexander Rodriguez was arrested last week after he stabbed his brother in the neck. They lived together, and they were both in the kitchen cooking that night, but there was some kind of argument. It's unclear what they were making, but Alexander is the brother who had the knife. He allegedly stabbed his brother in the neck, sliced his arm and face. It sounds like the brother who was rushed to the hospital will be okay. When police arrived, they found Alexander, the knife brother, hiding in a tree.
As one does.
They asked him what happened. He said he was mad because his brother was talking over the food.
Yeah.
I thought this...
No, he deserves to be stabbed.
You must savor it.
Talking over...
Yeah, don't do that.
No, not talking while they're eating, while they're preparing it, I think.
Don't talk over the food. I'm going to stab you in the face.
Wait. That.
Do you think it was he was just tired of hearing him talk, or do you think it was he was worried about germs or spittle?
We've all had sibling rivalries. We've all been there. Haven't you wanted to stab your brother in the face sometime?
Oh, we used to hit each other and put each other in wrestling holds, and I'm sure we've stabbed each other with various implements before. We didn't get along that great. Are you ready for the Florida Man game?
He just moves on.
Don't
quickly.
end on that.
Right?
We fought.
Moving on.
We fought. We didn't get along too great. Moving on.
There's a lot of brothers who fought, and we fought with our fist.
My sister and I scratched.
Yeah.
You guys scratched each other?
Yeah.
Hot curly.
Wait, but wasn't she like 10 years older than you?
Yeah. What about it?
So she would
Joanna's
scratch.
like, I won.
Like
I won.
A 20-year-old would scratch a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Still does. It was last week.
So this was this past Saturday.
Who runs naked through a dairy farm? Florida man, who never fears any bodily harm. Florida man, who's made love to a dozen trees, throws tennis balls that are full of bees, who tries to bite every cop he sees. Florida man.
All right, for $10,000 of Town Square Media money.
Ooh.
You three, Lisa, if you want in, you're in it. Yeah, if you can fill in the blank here in the Florida Man game. What that is, I'll give you a headline. I'm going to leave out one key word, and you're going to fill it in. If anybody gets it right, $10,000.
Hey, nice.
Woo!
Not really. I was just wondering if people think we're giving away $10,000.
So yes, of course we are. It's in Town Square Media books.
We call them Brad Bucks. It's basically expired gift cards. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Florida man arrested for stealing a lap blank. I kind of tripped over my words, so let me do it again. Florida man arrested for stealing a lap blank.
Got it.
All right. You good, Nico?
Yeah, I'm good.
Joanna.
Okay, yes.
All right.
I'm ready.
We're going to get all your guesses first, and then we'll find out if anybody hit it.
Okay.
Florida man arrested for stealing a lap blank. Lisa.
Okay. So my initial reaction is to go with lap dog because that's what comes up first in my mind. It's too easy. So I'm going with lap dance.
That's a good. I was just thinking about that one.
Who immediately goes to lap dog? What is a lap dog?
A lap dog. It's like a chihuahua.
Log that's anything that can sit in
I
your
did
lap.
the exact opposite of Lisa. I went to immediately lap dance.
Wait, so you both are saying lap dance?
Yeah, she's going lap dance.
You also are going lap dance?
We're going to share 50-50.
Yeah.
Oh,
See
can
how
I go?
nice we are?
Can I go laptop and lapdog?
Oh, laptop.
I didn't think about a laptop.
You get
We
one
have them
pick.
right in front of us, Lisa.
What is wrong with us?
I have to do laptop or lapdog.
You have to pick one of them.
You have to pick one.
Lapdog.
What's a lap dog?
It's a dog that sits on your lap.
Yeah.
Really?
A petite griffon.
Oh, like a little ankle
Yeah.
biter.
Yeah, an ankle
Yeah,
biter.
but
There you go.
it sits in your lap.
A bitch for say.
Okay, so you guys both said a Florida man arrested for stealing a lap dance, and Nico said Florida man arrested for stealing a lap dog.
Okay.
We have a winner. In fact, we have two of them.
Damn you guys.
We're sharing.
Florida man arrested for stealing a lap dance was the answer to the Florida man
How do you
game.
steal?
Been there before.
Here's let me get the money. It's in my car. Scurries away.
A 27-year-old man in Florida was arrested at 2:44 a.m. on Wednesday. That would have been still election night at that point, okay? So he went to a strip club. I guess all of us deal with stress in our own ways. He went to a gentleman's club, got a lap dance, and then refused to pay. It looks like they're $40.
That's like 4 dances or more, depending on the special that day.
It could be one.
Yeah,
It just depends
one.
on where you were. He didn't want to pay, and he tried to leave, but the manager called the police, and they arrested the man.
For not paying for the lap dance?
That's great stripper music.
Yeah.
That is good. For like the 20s, 1920s.
I got to have better stripper music than this. in
Yeah,
here.
who's
Some-
stripping for you, Betty Boop?
Nice, Joanna.
There you go.
I mean, that probably is playing in one strip club right now somewhere in the world.
The man was charged with misdemeanor petty theft and booked into the county jail. He was released after, and this was a coincidence, posting a $40 bond.
So he had it the whole time.
So the bonds...
He just didn't want to pay for the service?
I don't want to help her go through college.
I guess somebody could be, somebody could go in, he's 27, so naive. It's like, I didn't know you had to pay an extra fee to get the girl to come dance on your lap.
Okay, it happens.
Wait, can I talk about this? Oh, Joanna, do you have a story about this?
No, you told me a story about this.
Yes, this is the story. It's a famous story.
Did you come up with this hangdog expression on your face saying...
Nico was heartbroken when he learned she didn't like him. Like that.
No, it has nothing to do with me. So Carlos Mencia liked to go to strip clubs a lot. Back in the day, that's where I met Buzz one of the first times.
I didn't meet you at the strip club.
We ended up going there, yeah.
But I didn't meet you at the strip club.
The party ended at the strip club.
The party ended at the strip club that night. But anyways, so...
Long ago.
So one time, Carlos is telling all the comics at the comedy club, hey, we're going to go to the strip club. And one of the new open micers is like, oh, awesome. And he's like, well, yeah, I guess you're invited too. And so the open micer comes. His name was Eddie. And we're hanging out in the VIP area of the strip club. And then Eddie goes away somewhere. We don't see him for 45 minutes. Disappears.
Where'd Eddie go?
He went to the
VIP
to get
the champagne room.
to get a lap dance. So he was gone for 45 minutes, and he comes back and he has the most worried look on his face, just complete terror and fright. And he comes up to me and Adam Dominguez at the time, and he's like, "Guys, I thought she's asking me for money and I don't have money now. And I thought Carlos was paying for all of this because we're with Carlos." And I said, "Carlos got it."
Carlos got it?
Well, he I guess he was thinking in his head, Carlos must be paying for this whole area.
Who goes to a strip club and thinks that guy has it?
I know.
Oh, well, Carlos kind of makes himself out to be
Okay, but did Carlos pay
your
for
rich
it?
uncle.
No, it definitely wasn't that vibe at all, and he wasn't paying for anybody else.
How much was it?
$340.
And this, did you ask the guy how much he had on him?
Yeah, I was like, "Eddie, how much?" He's like, "I've got $10." It's like, why would you come in the first place?
All right, we have a winner.
Oh my God.
Oh no! So then he had to go up to Carlos and be like, "Mr. Mencia."
Can you be
the most embarrassing conversation I've heard in my life?
I hear that if you can't cover your bill at a strip club, you know what they make you do?
What?
They make you go to the back and wash vaginas.
Instead of dishes.
All right, we're going to make you go back there and wash ditches. Joanna and Lisa will have to split the $10,000 prize money because they won.
We split the gift cards.
All I have to do now, and Cappy, you're going to stick around, right? You're not going to vanish?
Yeah, what a great segue. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah. Hey. I got to play the Florida Man theme outro, and I have to change the lyrics on the fly because Marco Rubio is no longer going to be a senator.
Who plays baseball with a feral cat?
Florida man, Florida man.
Tried to stab his boss with a sewer rat.
Florida man, Florida man.
Who snorts crank then screams?
Joanna, you got this.
Okay, here we go.
Is human meat.
Who gave Marco Rubio a Secretary of State?
Florida man, Florida man,
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Holy spicy.
Whataburger's breakfast on a bun Bob Ranchero. Served 11 p.m. to 11 a.m.
Broadcasting from El Paso for El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. Coming up, we're going to have a dining deal tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's a place that I really love and that I've been going to for decades, Rib Hut. Starting at 10 a.m. on Friday, you get $50 of Rib Hut food for just $25. It's Rib Hut for mouth-watering barbecue magic. Not just the ribs, they also have burgers and steak and chicken and even fried catfish.
They have the meats.
The original on North Mesa is the one that I would go. The rib hut that looks like a teepee.
The A-frame, yeah.
The A-frame rib hut. There's also one on Montana and their new location in Westtown Marketplace, Rib Hut. Nobody beats their meat. Take advantage of this dining deal when it goes live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Go to KLAQ.com, click Dining Deals on the Bus Street Bar, the Dining Deals button on the KLAQ mobile app. All right, Joanna is going to have the Hollywood Cheesemate coming up in just a few minutes. Nico, you wanted to talk about an issue we've clashed over before, and that is Nepo babies. What makes someone a Nepo baby? But
yes,
let me get a couple of calls real quick. These are coming off the neckline. You can call anytime, even during the show or over the weekend or whenever you want to call and leave a message. Neckline's available. It's 844-805-NECK. That's 844-805-6325 to leave us a message.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I got up early, man, because I was running late. My truck didn't go off. Hey, listen, I got the rumor that you guys are going to fight the Oklahoma kid against the Lower Valley Snail Eater or something. You guys are going to have a boxing match, you and Nico? The old man against a young kid?
Yeah.
But let us know. When, where, how much? I'll buy the first ticket. I said, I want to see you guys get it on.
Let's do it, bitch.
When did we, when Steve was in yesterday, we were talking about Tyson, Jake Paul. That's tomorrow night, guys, on Netflix.
And we were talking about the age difference between them and whether that will make a difference.
Yeah, and your mouth started writing checks.
No, it didn't. I already have tried to fight you before, and you know that you can't even.
It's a dark day for all of us when you two tried to fight.
Well, you can't even keep up with my quick reflexes.
Sounds like a challenge.
Let me tell you something, Alberto.
Yes.
Nico's a poker. He doesn't hit. He uses his fit like this and pretends like it's a fencing sword.
Yeah.
And he pokes. He's a yeah. He
That's
does.
funny.
And
That's funny.
I landed a hit. Touche.
No. Let's see, what people underestimate is that I was trained so well. I can poke you in the same place over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, he can.
After decades of training.
You would be very popular at the bars that Joanna goes to on the weekends.
I was just going to say,
so what will happen is I'll start to hit his shoulder.
Gentlemen.
And I'll go, stop.
And then I'll hit him, and boom. And he's like, ow,
Exactly.
It's starting to hurt. It's starting to really hurt.
And you're all like, that's the point.
You're just lucky that I've never unleashed the Kraken on you.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
you guys should fight tomorrow. Let's put some Tyson tattoos on your face.
In honor of the Tyson Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I'll bleach my hair blonde just a little.
Yes, you. Well, don't.
Well,
perhaps you should let it heal.
The sides and back.
Maybe you ought to be Tyson. He doesn't have so much hair. Let me find this.
Okay, yeah, I'll be Tyson and you be Jake Paul.
Put some sun in your hair like you do every year.
I've got an update here. Jake Paul purchased diamond-spiked ear protectors for the big fight tomorrow night. They reportedly cost him $100,000 each.
Oh, my God. I got to see what these babies look like.
$100,000 for the right ear protector, $100,000 for the left, spiked with diamonds. Because Mike Tyson once bit a guy's ear.
He gonna bite him.
Remember that?
Oh, that's hilarious. I thought ear protectors were a standard thing for
when you're fighting Tyson.
Apparently it is standard, though, when you're fighting Tyson.
So he wore one to the press conference and said, I'm not getting my ear bit off on Friday night. He didn't say ear. He's not allowed to wear the ear protectors in the fight, so he just did this as a visual gag for $200,000. Is that what you're telling me? Okay.
He can't even wear them during the fight. You're going to get bit.
I just think that, anybody who's worked as a teacher, influencing young minds, and anybody who's worked, anything other than being an influencer, it's just really a topsy-turvy world when an influencer can go out and buy $100,000, $200,000 tchotchkes just for a visual gag.
Will you read the interview that Mike Tyson did with Rosie Perez for Interview Magazine?
Sure. It's hard to believe Tyson is the least bit intimidated. I'm reading here. Especially if you read his conversation with Rosie Perez. Oh, my God. That had to be the most high-pitched interview ever.
Oh, my God.
What are you going to do at the fight tomorrow? I'm going to bite his ear, and then I get his ear, and then I'm going to chew the ear
That's
off.
a really good Rosie Perez.
And a
Billy, I told you to go get the money. Don't lose the money, Billy.
Was she like the Latina?
I'm going to go on Jeopardy.
That was
she like the Latina Lucille Ball?
Rosie Perez was in a couple of really high-profile movies.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, keep reading this. How his interview ended.
He talked about his love of smoking toad venom, among other things. Here's how he ended the interview. Quote, oh, my God.
There's no way I should be here talking to you right now. I know it's crazy, right?
That's Rosie Perez.
Okay.
All my friends are dead. They OD'd. They had AIDS. Me and my friend both had sex with this girl at the same time, and they both died of AIDS. I didn't catch AIDS. Raw, too.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, my God, Mike.
He's saying I should have AIDS.
Right.
But I didn't get it.
It's not me and my friend both had sex with the same girl. We had the sex with the same girl at the same time.
Raw.
Tyson versus Paul goes down tomorrow night on Netflix. The main event of the card starts it's the main event of a card that starts at 6 El Paso time.
Yeah.
So they might not be fighting till I don't know how many fights they have on the undercard. I don't know if it's all gimmicky or if they have real fighters or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember celebrity boxing?
Remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yeah,
Celebrity Deathmatch. I think. Which one came out first, Celebrity Boxing or Celebrity?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, wasn't Tanya Harding in Celebrity Boxing?
Tanya Harding, I think, fought Olga Corbett, the Olympic gymnast. Alberto, you going to be watching?
Yes, the Mike Tyson fight. Of course, I'm
not going to miss that. Huh?
I don't want to. No, I want Mike Tyson to beat.
I'm just going to watch it all
as
as just kind of a spectacle, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know who's on the undercard, but I'm sure that the whole thing is just going to be.
The undercards for events like these are never good.
Tonight on Amazon, Thursday Night Football, Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Washington Commanders. This is going to be an interesting game because the Eagles just moved into the top 5 in the power rankings. So I think they are at 5, and the Commanders are not that far behind it. I would guess 7 or 8 probably in the power rankings.
Steve about it. Do you want me to do Nepo babies before entertainment news?
Yes. Okay. So we should probably get into that?
Yes.
All right. All right. Rack them up.
I have a list of Nepo babies who eventually became more famous than their parents, their celebrity parents.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of those. Can I throw out a couple of who I would say is on the list?
Go for it.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
well, you'll have to see. But you had an example. Why would you go with an example that we didn't practice before?
I know. Why did
throw
you do
for a
that?
swerve? But there's one. Miley Cyrus is more
Okay,
famous
but
than
that's
Billy
probably
Ray.
on the list.
We
That's why
worked
he's
on
not
an
talking
example that you had already come up with before.
Cuba Gooding Jr., who has
There
an
you go.
Academy.
There we go.
Cuba Gooding Jr. has an Academy Award. So I would say he was more famous than his father, Cuba Gooding Sr.
And who was Cuba Gooding Sr.?
Cuba Gooding Sr. was a singer. In his band, he was the lead singer for a band called The Main
Ingredient. Everybody plays the fool.
Everybody plays the fool. Come on, Joanna.
Sometimes.
No exception to the rule.
Okay.
I don't know what he says.
Might be somebody, you know. Anyway, there was a Cuba Gooding Jr., and I assume there's a Robert Downey Sr. somewhere.
Yeah, there's a Robert Downey Sr. All right, number 10. Let's start with number 10. You have to name the parent. How about that? I'll give the person. You guys name the parents. Okay.
All right.
Do I have to name both parents?
No, just the famous one.
The famous one.
All right.
Yep. Number 10. Charlie Sheen.
Martin Sheen.
Of course.
And Emilio Estevez.
Oh.
Their real name's Estevez.
Charlie Sheen is probably
I appreciate Emilio for sticking up for the Raza.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Estevez. Number 9. Whitney Houston.
Was her mother Sissy Houston?
Her mom was Sissy Houston.
Wow.
She was a disco singer.
Good stuff.
And her aunt was, her aunt was also had a big disco hit in the 70s. Thelma Houston.
Yes. Number 8, Maya Rudolph.
Her mother is Minnie Riperton, who sang the song "Loving You is easy 'cause you're
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But Maya's more famous than
because of it.
Minnie Riperton.
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Number 7, Prince Harry. Would you count him as a Nepo baby? I mean,
What more famous?
He's a prince.
That first of all, I would argue that he's not more famous than his father, the king.
you know, he has a Netflix
And
special.
also, Princess Diana, because of the circumstances of her death, is a legend. You know,
But Prince Harry is famous because of that legend too. Well, he's part of both the legends.
I'm not willing to concede
All right.
this point.
All right.
I don't know that Harry's more famous than his parents. Sorry.
Number 6, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Bruce Paltrow,
Blythe Danner.
Blythe Danner. Hey, nice. Thanks for coming in. I was on the tip of my tongue. I was about to say Mayor Winningham, so it's a good thing you came through with the right answer.
So who are who are her parents? Who was Bruce Paltrow and Blythe Danner?
You totally
I don't know
know
that much
Blythe
about
Danner?
Bruce Paltrow, but he was in the
Yeah, I don't
in
know
the film
who he
business.
was.
But Blythe Danner has been
The
in.
mom in Meet the Parents.
The original Meet the Parents?
Yeah.
Really?
That's the mom.
Oh, that's cool. Number 5, Anderson Cooper.
Oh, his
Gloria
mom.
Steinem?
Yeah.
No, Gloria
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Thank you.
Vanderbilt.
Gloria Steinem was the women's lib lady.
Part of the 13th wealthiest families in America, but unlike his
Keep
mother.
that in mind. Anderson Cooper doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, he could have just coasted his whole life.
He could be on a yacht.
He could just be hosting every
surrounded
year
by
New Year's Eve, getting drunk.
Surrounded by
and he'd be good for the year.
washboard abs on a deck somewhere in a
Tons of
Greek
twinks.
Isles.
He could have twinks all around him if he
Twinks
wanted.
left
Yeah,
and
but he
right.
goes to work every day to bring information to you, the ungrateful masses.
Number 4, Gigi and Bella Hadid.
Come on.
What?
What?
They got a famous parent?
Yeah.
That's not a clue. I couldn't even pick them out of a police lineup.
Yolanda Hadid and Mohammed Hadid.
Famous for what?
Wow.
They're
where?
luxury hotels.
Are they famous or rich?
Yolanda was a model, I think.
Yolanda was a model. Now the girls are models. So
So her mom was a famous model.
Okay.
Her mom was a famous
they're
model.
super rich though.
Whatever.
Number 3, Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
Yeah.
Pine tree.
Good one,
Of the
Alberto.
Pine Tree family.
The Pine Tree
I'm just
family.
trying to think of anybody named
Pine.
Pine. I don't know.
Robert Pine?
No, I never heard
But
of him.
he was an actor.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on Chips, the TV show Chips,
As what?
as Sergeant Joseph Gettrier. I'm just saying.
So he wasn't Ponch or John? And that's how he's famous for being somebody on Chips who wasn't Ponch or John?
Number 2, Angelina Jolie.
I know she has a mother. But her father is John Voight. John Voight has been acclaimed in some of his roles like Midnight Cowboy, Ray Donovan.
Yeah, he's a good actor, but she's definitely more famous than he is.
I guess so.
And number 1, the person to take the cake,
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, look at that.
Buzz
Yeah. When,
Yeah, I won, right, Alberto?
Yes.
Okay.
It pissed Nico off that I stole his number 1 on the list.
No, it
Well,
pissed me
because you, in the middle of the break, you practiced.
you talk to me about professionalism all the time. You talk to me about we work on things and we plan things. It's all about planning and
then
execution.
you get mad when Nico goes off script sometimes.
Right. And so
This is not a scripted show.
So
I
the
know,
second-
but still, like
the
in the middle of breaks when you guys practice
when
something,
we're trying to set stuff up, you're like, all right, so we're gonna set it up this way. We're gonna set it up this, and when you do this,
And then you get
we
all
go,
mad when
you're
we go
ready,
a different
and we go, okay, what?
I think just that one just popped into my head in the moment.
Why didn't you just say Cuba Gooding Jr. like you did in the break?
I'm an improviser, man. What can I tell you?
Your brain never stops working.
Yeah, I'm like Robin Williams on a film set.
Now we have to break because we didn't have time.
So we'll come back. We'll get the Hollywood Cheese May with Joanna Barba. I just want to tell you, know what I watched the first episode of?
What?
I don't know if it's a one thing or if there are more episodes, but the Martha Stewart documentary.
Did she talk about her affair?
Is it called Oz?
No. What?
Oh,
Why is it called Oz?
Why would it be called Oz?
It's some prison documentary, right?
Oh, okay.
Is it a prison documentary?
No, it's about Martha Stewart's. I mean,
It's about
prison
Martha
is in there
Stewart's
somewhere.
life, and she did go to prison, so I figure that's going to be in there, but I only watched, I don't know. I thought it was one episode.
I thought the whole thing was about her being in prison.
Anyway, it's pretty interesting. You know, she had to kind of support her family when she was 16, 17 years old. She did it by modeling.
Yeah, she was a hottie.
Yeah, no,
Martha
she's
Stewart,
real cute.
She can still get it.
Yeah, and Snoop Dogg is in it a lot.
And now, things that Martha Stewart says that sound dirty but aren't.
So now take off your apron. 5-fingered palm. There it is. Look how big that is. It looks real nice. It's not as hard as you think. Well, here we have it. We have more meat than you can possibly imagine. These two can be drained until they're glossy and stiff. 2 inches deep. And the inside moist. So now we can do the rest by hand. Yum. Wow.
That was things that Martha Stewart says that sound dirty but aren't.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Aerosmith to Nirvana to
Convenient locations. Opportunity to earn your business and experience why Right Drive is the only way to drive.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
All right, we're going to get to the Hollywood Cheese May with Joanna Barba coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, get that queso.
Let's see. Did we get any more calls for the Thanksgiving, the turkey giveaway, the complete feast that we're giving away? I think the beef stew guy called back. Remember, this is the guy who said he went to buy stew meat for at Sam's?
Well, first he said he didn't have
he has a clarification.
Well, he said he didn't have a sad story, but then he did kind of clarify.
He's
like
out
maybe,
of money.
yeah.
But then he said, hold on, let me hear the
original?
Let me get the original here real quick, because he called with a clarification.
Hey, yeah, I'd like a turkey too. I mean, I don't have a sad story. I went to Sam's and I tried to buy some beef stew meat. Está caro. Now I'm out of money, and it'd be nice to have another turkey.
Another? Wait, are you saying you already have a turkey?
Yeah.
But you want another turkey? All right. Here's the clarification.
Hey, good morning show. I just want to clarify my entry for the turkey giveaway. I did buy the beef stew. I did buy it, but I kind of ended up broke because I still have to buy the turkey too. But if I could get the money back, the turkey that I bought is still frozen, and then just get this one, then that's a win-win for me. That way I have enough money to buy Christmas gifts.
You're going to return a turkey
that you already have.
You're going to return the turkey. I don't even know what the return policy is on a turkey.
And it doesn't have to be this giveaway. It could be any turkey, like a turkey from Jimian Farms or anywhere.
Throw him a turkey.
No, but this is a whole meal, man.
Did he say from a Jimian Farms?
From a Jimian Farms. Wow.
That's not a bad idea.
I didn't know y'all had turkey.
I wouldn't grow turkey though.
They have a turkey. They have a turkey
Write the
farm,
name down.
and of
Jimian
course, their
Farms.
stable of ponies.
Yeah. You would see me at
Rose hips.
dispensaries in Sunland, New Mexico.
A nice turkey would be nice. It really helped me out.
Okay. All right. No.
So he wants to
I'm gonna-
return the
I'm gonna-
turkey if he wins this turkey.
So you have money for
So he
for
could
Christmas.
buy Christmas gifts. Okay.
You double dipping, bro.
Let me just give you a rundown that everything that's included, and we'll do it probably in about an hour. We'll do the turkey giveaway, but we are going to have another turkey giveaway next week on Thursday, courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union. Dinners are going to come with the following: turkey, ham. I don't know if that's an either or you could get like
Or
a
is that
combo.
a turkey ham?
A turkey ham, right. You don't want to know how they made a turkey ham. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, kernel corn, or corn on the cob, mac and cheese, green beans, dinner rolls, cranberry sauce, pickled jalapenos, a $375 value. Brought to you by Rise Federal Credit Union. The catering is done by Con Amor by Beret Catering. So we're going to give one of these away in about an hour, and then we'll have another one to give away. Let's see.
Hey guys, just calling in about the turkey dinner giveaway. Could use it myself. Just spent the other evening at the emergency room. Spent some money there, so things are a little tight. Again, if I could be eligible for that giveaway, the name is Joe Rodriguez, and my number.
Nope, hold on a second. Got to keep the numbers off the air.
056.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Joe. All right. Appreciate it. We will continue to take any entries. Make sure you leave a phone number. I'll keep it off the air. You don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Maze. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Maze.
Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Maze. Joanna, tell us more.
Here is Joanna Barber with today's Hollywood Cheese Maze. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning. Well, we talked a little bit about this yesterday, and it looks like it's actually happening. Linkin Park have announced a massive 2025 world tour that includes their first extensive North American outing in 10 years. The band will be touring in support of its new album, From Zero, which arrives tomorrow. The 2025 tour kicks off with 3 dates in Mexico in late January and early February before visiting Japan and Indonesia in mid-February. After a previously announced April 12th appearance at the Sick New World Festival in Las Vegas, Linkin Park will kick off the first North American leg of the tour on April 26th in Austin, Texas. Opening acts on select dates include Spirit Box, AFI, Architects, Grandson, Gene Dawson, JPEG Mafia, and a special September 13th hometown show at Dodger Stadium will include support from Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah. And the lead singer is the girl from
Dead Sarah, Emily
Sarah.
Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
She will be joining.
Okay.
Lady Gaga has been tapped for a role in Wednesday season 2 and is currently filming for the Netflix show in Europe, according to a report from Entertainment Weekly. Full details are unknown at this time. Gaga's appearance in Wednesday comes after her 2011 hit Bloody Mary saw a resurgence on TikTok when it was spliced with Ortega's viral dance from the show. The singer-actress is coming off her co-starring role in Joker Folie à Deux after appearing in films like A Star is Born and House of Gucci. Her previous TV experience includes her Golden Globe-winning portrayal of Elizabeth Johnson / The Countess in American Horror Story Hotel.
You saw a lot of Lady Gaga in that series.
Did you see her Gagas?
Like the side of them, for sure.
They're nice side ones.
Got some side
Very
Gaga?
nice.
We'll take that.
Nobody asked for this, but it still happened. Mark Zuckerberg just dropped an interesting cover of Little John and the East Side Boys classic Get Low with the help of T-Pain, who many say should be banished for even participating in his recording. Do you have the clip ready?
Okay, who's the song by? It's not by T-Pain?
It's by Little John and the East Side Boys.
The East Side Boys, they're separate groups. There's
Little John is one person.
And then the East Side Boys.
And then the East Side Boys are someone else.
Where does T-Pain come in?
Nowhere.
Not at all.
He's just helped
nowhere.
Zuckerberg get this thing going.
Mark Zuckerberg get the guy who actually made the song famous?
What do you mean?
The Zuck.
There's no T-Pain is not in the original song at all.
Yeah, he couldn't get Lil Jon?
I guess not. Play the song, Buzz.
You've got it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Absolutely.
369. Damn, you're fine.
Is that Zuckerberg singing?
Yeah.
To me, baby, one more time. Get low.
Oh my God, this hits.
It slaps, right? To the windows.
To the walls.
Stop it right there. Nope. Stop it.
He sounds like a robot.
How does he say the bad word? Like,
To be fair,
Why did this happen?
I'm so glad you asked that. The Facebook founder does have a sweet connection to the song. According to a post on Instagram, Zuckerberg decided to do an acoustic version of the hit song as a dating anniversary gift for his wife, Priscilla. He wrote, quote, "Get Low was playing when I first met Priscilla at a college party, so every year we listen to it on our dating anniversary."
Dating anniversary.
This had to be like 20 years ago. Get
Yeah,
Low
boy,
came out
that's
during my
beautiful.
quinceañera.
It would not be worth being one of the richest men in the world to have to give up my huevos like that.
And said, quote, "This year I worked with T-Pain on our own version of the lyrical masterpiece."
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean give up your huevos?
Yeah.
He's got to celebrate the anniversary of your date.
That's what happens when people love each other, Buzz.
That's what happens when a guy gives in and goes, okay. Now I got 2 anniversaries.
You don't have love in your life.
He does not.
You need some love.
Is his wife the one who was played by Brenda Song from Sweet Life on Deck with Zach and Cody?
No, she was dating the other Facebook dude.
Okay, in
Andrew
The Social
Garfield.
Network.
In The Social Network.
The brilliant movie by David Fincher.
Yes. Scored by
Does Priscilla Atticus Ross
and what's his name? From 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, no, that guy.
Trent Reznor.
Yeah. Is she the woman that he eventually ended up marrying? Is she portrayed in the movie?
No.
He met her later?
He met her, I guess, later.
Oh, okay.
And
I gotta watch that movie.
They're two
again.
different Asian people, okay? They're just Asian.
Not all the
Buzz.
same, Buzz. You
No,
know
I
that,
wasn't
right?
saying that. I was just saying,
Sure.
Did she meet him after he had gotten rich or before he got
I don't know the whole love story. I just know that this is their dating anniversary, and he wanted to sing "Get Low" for her.
I'm going to go download this immediately.
You should serenade the next girl you date with this.
What do you mean? All the old ones. I'm just going to call up.
With your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
Deals. Valid or cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
All right, in about an hour, maybe maybe a little under an hour, but give or take, I'll do the Thanksgiving feast giveaway courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union.
Does it have a time limit?
A time limit?
Like, do we have a time we do it every day?
We're not going to do it every day. We're going to do it
every
next Thursday.
Right.
And then I don't know if we have another one between, because we're still 2 full weeks away from Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is late this year.
Very late.
Yeah, it's like the last week of November, no?
Yeah, it almost feels like when they have to do the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror after Halloween. It's weird. But I'm going to say we'll have to cut off all the entries. Let's say we're going to cut off all the entries at 8:30. And then we can put them all together. We're going to randomly pick from all of our entries, but let us know how a fully catered feast for Thanksgiving could really help you out. Now, Joanna's going to do the news today because she's in here. We got a couple of calls. One of them about a story in the Hollywood Cheese Bay. The T-Pain Mark Zuckerberg story.
Yeah.
You are never going to believe.
What?
But this is just off topic. But stick with me for a second.
Okay.
They auctioned off InfoWars, the Alex Jones media information,
Yeah.
just that whole bat poop crazy thing.
Yeah.
They auctioned off. If you haven't seen it already, you would never guess who won the auction to buy InfoWars.
Oh my God, who?
You gotta wait, and I'll tell you.
Oh, a tease.
You're not doing it. You're not doing it in news.
No.
I'll tell you before this segment's over. Okay.
Man, that auto tune is sure making Zuckerberg sound, kind of like, man, Hey, if they can make J-Lo sound good, well, it sounds good, the way she sounds. I guess it make anybody sound good.
Oh my God. Got to throw J-Lo under the bus like that. Have you ever heard that before? Like some people say
That she's
J-Lo's
not good.
not a singer. She's not a good singer.
I had
and-
never heard that.
Oh, I've heard it for most of the time that she's been famous, I think I've heard. But definitely when she went, like I think the last straw was when she was a mentor on American Idol or whatever. People were like, you don't even sing.
Oh, God. That is so terrible.
Okay. Nico is going to download it.
Oh, get low. I already got some girls I want to send this to. Oh, skeet, mo.
And some people are really getting behind the idea of us honoring the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight tomorrow by having our own boxing match on the air. People got all kinds of different ideas of how Nico and I might try and match the excitement that is Tyson-Paul.
Paul, yes.
Hey, what's up, Buzz? Hey, you guys are talking about you and Nico boxing. I don't think you guys should, man. You're too doughy. Plus, you're always hopped up on sleeping pills. Nico's inherently lazy. Why don't you guys just have a pillow fight, eh? One round, 1 minute each. Hopefully you have the cardio for it. Hey, man, I'm putting my bet right now, man. I'm betting $100 that'll be a draw, eh? And he's like, don't watch you.
Shut up, Iggy. Shut up, Iggy.
I'm not going to pretend like we don't know it's Iggy.
I love Iggy.
Inherently lazy. Coming from you, what are you talking about?
You know, pillow fight's not a bad idea. Nobody could get seriously hurt, but how about those...
Seriously hurt.
Do you remember those gigantic boxing gloves when you were a kid? You'd put them on your hand, and they were like having two big balloons on your hand.
Oh,
not Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
No, there was a name.
Boppers, boxing bockers.
They used to have a commercial. They used to have a commercial for it that I.
Do you know what it is?
Oval Redenbacher's?
No.
The popcorn?
That's a popcorn.
No,
sorry.
these big, you would blow these things up, inflatable, and you put them on your fist. That way you could pound your little brother, and he could pound you.
Oh, I remember those.
Sock'em boppers.
No, that's not it.
Yeah?
Is that what you used when you did the bird boxing video with Brandon?
Yeah, I think I used to know the name of those
That video
toys.
was so funny. Somebody shared it in the fan chat yesterday.
The one where we're doing the bird box
I forgot
challenge.
how hilarious making that video was. It was such a great day.
What are those things called?
I don't know, Buzz. Nico's the one looking it up. I'm busy here.
Rock'em.
Sock'em boppers.
No.
Sock'em boppers.
They're sock'em boppers.
Inflatable
Sock
gloves.
boppers. Yeah.
That doesn't sound right to me.
It doesn't matter whether it
Is
sounds
this what
right.
you're talking about?
That doesn't appease.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're called.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Who was right and who was wrong?
Definitely Nico's always
I
wrong.
mean, we're all in the wrong, probably.
Nico's always
It's
wrong.
sock'em boppers.
Hello, this message is for Nico. Skin so soft, waiting for you Friday at 8:45 a.m. Please bring your skin so soft lotion. We wait for you.
This call is referencing a true crime story about a sting operation called Operation Skin So Soft, where they caught a bunch of massage ladies, offering more than a massage. Oh, Joanna is going to do the news coming up here in a few minutes. So then we'll have the pick for this is going to be random from everybody who's qualified for the Thanksgiving feast.
Hey, will you pod me up, please?
All right.
So this is the Sock'em Bopper commercial that I remember from the 90s. That was on Nickelodeon all the time. Let me see if I remember the lyrics right. Sock'em Boppers, Sock'em Boppers. They're better than a pillow fight.
Oh, yeah. A pillow fight.
I'm sorry. I did that. Soccer boppers.
Sock'em boppers are soft, safe, fun.
It's sock'em. It's not soccer. It's
sock'em.
Like, I'm a sock you.
Sock'em boppers.
You need to add an EM
You
at
put
the
soccer
You put
boppers
soccer.
in Amazon?
Soccer boppers.
No, I didn't. I put sock'em boppers.
Oh.
Like a soccer.
Well, you forgot the K.
And it's
who knew it had a K.
Sock and boppers.
So that's what you're talking about, right?
Well, this says it's soccer boppers.
Well, that must be the off-brand version.
Yeah, that's definitely an off-brand version.
That's the Walmart version.
Sorry.
Damn, do they just not make commercials like they did in the 90s
Sock 'em
anymore?
boppers, sock 'em boppers.
Everything
More
these
fun
days
than
is
a pillow fight.
Medications.
You guys are getting so old. Now you're reminiscing about your childhood.
The 90s had great commercials.
Yeah, they did.
And good toys.
And great toys. Well, you should get some of those.
Oh, somebody else has a suggestion for us about fighting.
Hey guys, here's an idea for you. Instead of the boxing thing, why don't you guys get those big old fat samurais, or what are they called? Those suits that those
Sumo.
Japanese wrestlers wear. Those sumo wrestlers.
Oh, but the inflatable
suits that
ones.
they use like at spring break.
Yeah.
That would be a good one. You and Nico, and you won't even get hurt, but it'll be funny as all get out. Okay, that's my idea.
Have you ever wanted to do the slap challenge where you like?
We've done the slap challenge already.
No, the
But
one
we did
where
it.
you just slap.
No, we
take
didn't do
turns
it.
slapping
You slapped each other with a tortilla
With
one year,
tortillas.
and then
We did it
someone
with the
got mad, and then you did it the following year with a churro.
Yeah, we did.
People were like, "That's racist."
That's racist.
People, why are you going to slap each other with a tortilla?
It was for Cinco de Mayo. People were mad.
We did it for Cinco de Mayo.
That sounds
People were
about
mad.
right.
And so the following year, you did it with a churro instead.
All right, so Alex Jones, the InfoWars guy, was found liable for lying about the parents at Sandy Hook, that terrible massacre that happened.
All right.
Right, so he got sued, he lost, and part of the deal was you got to liquidate, including your website, InfoWars. Satirical news site The Onion won the auction to acquire Alex Jones' InfoWars.
So it's one satirical news site buying another satirical news site.
Hilarious.
Wait till you hear.
Okay.
So to be able to make a bid, the Onion had the backing of a coalition of Sandy Hook parents, and they said we will forego some of our settlement because they know they're not going to see. It was an outrageous. Was it over $1 billion?
It was close.
It was like close to $1 billion. So what some of these Sandy Hook parents said was, all right, we'll forgive some of the debt that this jerk owes us, just so the Onion can buy InfoWars.
That's hilarious.
That really is
Listen,
hilarious.
The Onion's bid was backed by the families of 8 victims at Sandy Hook Elementary. So this is a story that can, you know how they say 2 things can be true at once?
Yes.
The story's very tragic and hilarious. Right.
Yes, exactly.
The Onion will have an exclusive advertising deal with the gun control group Every Town for Gun Safety. So it seems like InfoWars is going to go heavily into gun safety, and, taking up the cause of those parents that lost their little kids. CNN was the first to report that Onion had entered the bidding. The purchase gives the Onion InfoWars intellectual property, including its website, customer lists, and inventory, certain social media accounts, and the production equipment used to put Jones on the air. The amount of the bid was not announced. I hope we can find that out. Here's a statement from Onion CEO Ben Collins. The Onion is proud to acquire InfoWars, and we look forward to continuing its storied tradition of scaring the site's users with lies until they fork over their cold, hard cash. The CEO of Onion also said, or Bitcoin, we also accept Bitcoin.
We'll get Bitcoin
Nice.
too.
That's great. In order to make the bid work, the Sandy Hook families agreed to forego a portion of their recovery to increase the overall value of the Onion's bid, enabling it to succeed. Attorney for the families said after surviving unimaginable loss with courage and integrity, they rejected Jones' hollow offers for allegedly more money if they would only let him stay on the air, because doing so would have put other families in harm's way. So, right, I guess.
I'll give you more. I'll give you more money. Just let me stay. Come on.
That's a good
That's
Alex
a pretty good
Jones.
Alex.
That was a
talk
good
about the chemicals in the water.
The chemicals are training the frogs gay.
Bravo,
Classic.
Nico.
Thank you, Nico.
Write down that time. We got to isolate that audio, Alberto.
Yeah. Pretty good Alex Jones impression. You don't even do impressions.
I think I'm moving into him.
Oh my God.
What's that?
This is a contestant on Forged in Fire.
What? What?
Somebody in our app chat, Leslie in our app chat says, I was watching Forged in Fire this weekend, and I swear I saw Buzz as one of the contestants.
Did you find who they were referring to?
Yeah.
Nico showed me Forged in Fire, and
It looks like that could be you.
It looks like it could.
Joanna, it's a blacksmith competition.
That's awesome.
Why do I feel like
an awesome show.
you would totally be in that?
No, he's making fun of it.
Don't make fun of it. You could end up on that show.
He's saying, what a stupid... what did you say earlier? Oh, it's LARPers. That's basically LARPers.
Right. Because they make swords. It's not like they make something in the modern construction field.
It's hard to make anything out of metal.
Do they only make swords? Have they ever made like a scythe?
Yeah.
A scimitar?
Yeah, they do have the like...
Look at how you already know like sword things.
I
You
know.
would be totally into this show, I bet.
If I were that kind of nerd. I'm more of a...
What
more
kind
a-
of nerd are you?
More of a Star Wars nerd.
He's actually more
Do you
of
have
a
the
Star
picture
Wars
of the guy
nerd.
that's supposed to look like me?
I do.
He's not
And
into
Leslie sent
Forged
it in.
in Fire.
Who's Leslie?
Someone from the app chat. God.
On the right?
Yeah.
No, the one on the left
Yeah,
is you.
the skinny guy. Yeah, right.
Guys, I honestly thought, wait a minute, I don't own that shirt.
That
when you
looks
showed
like
the
it could be
picture to
you
me.
two.
But didn't
You
you think
and
that
Nico.
did you think that was you for a second?
For a brief moment, I did think it was me. Friday is an important day in the life of Britney Spears. She no longer has to pay child support to Kevin Federline. Have you heard that story? Like the last kid
It's so
ages
funny, like
out.
they're counting it down like from Brittany's last
What?
child support payment
I'll tell
Friday.
you who's counting it down. It's K-Fed. K-Fed's been riding that gravy train for 19 years.
Kevin Federline needs your help. The Britney Baby Daddy gravy train is over, and K-Fed could be in financial straits. Soon, America's favorite ex-husband of Britney Spears will no longer receive $40,000 each month in child support payments. He lives in Hawaii, and we all know how expensive Hawaii is. Since booking a DJ gig for the Rabinovitz Bar Mitzvah in 2013, Kevin Federline has remained unemployed. Simply put, K-Fed is K-F***ed. But for as little as 30 cents a day, you can keep Kevin Federline dancing, DJing, doing whatever the it is that K-Fed does. Help K-Feed K-Fed. Go to GoFundMe.com and donate to the K-Fed K-Fund.
All right, short pause. When we come back, Joanna Barba has our news headlines.
The truth is out there. UFO congressional
Oh my
hearings
God.
may confirm we are not alone in this world.
So they're like, we need
Convenient locations, opportunity to earn your business and experience why Right Drive is the only way to drive.
Originating in El Paso for El Paso, the Buzz Adams Morning Show, 95.5 KLAQ.
Oh, you have got to continue this off-air conversation. This one you've got.
No,
Listen,
I don't want to
it's not
embarrass
very
my
often
friend.
that I do that. Well, you don't have to identify the friend. You don't have to identify what city they're from. This could be very confidential. Oh, it's
You
so.
see,
I
Grace,
may do it.
But believe me, this is the chatter that's going on during the commercial break, and I'm like, oh my God, you've got to say that on the air.
I have a friend.
We don't need the name.
His name is Sean. And he lives in Dallas or Fort Worth, one of those.
You got a
But
friend,
he's-
Sean.
Yes, he is like so in love with Nico. He tells me all the time. He's all like, I think Nico's so cute. He loves your laugh. And I think that if he were not in already a serious relationship, he would move back to El Paso for you.
If Sean wasn't in a serious
You
relationship,
say he would try and go after me.
He would
he
go
would
after
move
you.
back to El Paso for you.
Well, I told Joanna, you need to tell him I'm taken, and I pointed at Buzz.
He loves you so much.
Wow.
Oh, thank you,
He
Sean.
doesn't want you to leave the show ever.
Thank you. I'm glad you're listening.
We're going to do news headlines. I'm going to cut off entries coming up. If you got them in already, even if I haven't played them on the air, they're going to be included. So I'm going to cut off the entries for our Thanksgiving feast.
That's right. I'm putting the database together right
It's a
now.
data set,
The database.
actually.
I'm taking the database.
So we're going to have our data set ready to go. And
We've been
randomly
fighting about
draw-
whether it's data set or database for an hour.
It's probably neither
I need
one
you
of them.
both to get on the same page, damn it.
But if you got 5 more minutes, so you could send this as an app chat message. What was the other thing on the app?
The media submission the app.
Or you can leave a message on the NEC line. That number is 844-805-NEC, 844-805-6325. Leave a phone number in case you win. And I think I've decided for the Thanksgiving feast giveaway next week that I'm gonna leave all the finalists in. So they don't have to go through the whole thing again. But we'll have another complete Thanksgiving feast. This is courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union. And the feast is done by Conamore Catering. Turkey, ham, stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese, green beans, corn, dinner rolls, cranberry sauce, everything you would expect for Thanksgiving. A $375 value could be yours. Just let us know why you could use it this year. And you could, we'll do submissions for another few minutes here. In the meantime, we need to get into news headlines. Joanna Barba has the news for today.
Woo! Morning is the news. Okay, let's hear it. Move it is good. It begins. And the weather's good. Now.
Here is Joanna Barba with today's news headlines. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning. President Joe Biden met with President-elect Donald Trump in the Oval Office for almost 2 hours yesterday. The two shook hands for the cameras, with Biden congratulating Trump on his win and calling for a smooth transition.
Mr. President.
Oh, hold on. Let me kill the music. Some of these music beds are longer than others. I don't want to miss this great meeting of the minds.
Mr. President-elect and former President, thank you, Donald, congratulations. Looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. We're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today.
Okay.
And what did Trump respond? He actually thanked Biden.
Thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's, many cases, not a very nice world. But
what if Biden had been like, I'm not going?
Me and Corn Poke ain't leaving.
Corn Nut.
Oh, Corn Nut.
Me and Corn Nut and Commander and Major are staying put.
I gotta say though, I honestly love Joe Biden. What a classy guy right there.
You know, a lot of people are so upset and they're like, look at Biden just rolling over and giving in. And I'm like, what do you want him to do?
That's the way you do it unless you're a madman.
Unless you're a madman saying, I'm not leaving.
Yeah. No, what a classy move on his part.
You can come in here and cart me out.
I think both of them were very classy yesterday. Behaved very well.
Well, it's easy to be classy when you win. It's hard to be classy when you lose.
I kind of
it is a nice world today, and I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
Smooth as a baby's bottom. Meanwhile, it was officially confirmed yesterday that Republicans had won enough seats to maintain control of the House of Representatives for the next 2 years.
That's the trifecta.
Yep.
Right there. That's anything that's not done in 4 years. If Donald Trump makes it to the end of his 4-year term, anything that isn't accomplished is kind of on him because he's got Senate.
Yeah, he has basically no
he's got the House of
pushback.
Representatives. He's got the Senate. He kind of has the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Really, MAGA Nation, when it starts on January 20th, 4 years, he'll fix everything. He'll fix everything, right? There's no excuse not to fix everything.
As a member of
dust storms and the crops not growing.
As a member,
we don't have any coverings for our burritos.
Are you talking Brondo? Brondo, it's got electrolytes.
Yeah,
it's what plants crave. As a member of the resistance, I think you're the leader of the resistance or something.
Member of the resistance?
I'm the Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Dude, look, you're in a good position right now because one, anything that happens under the Donald Trump administration, if it's good, it's great for America, right?
Great for us, yeah.
Right. If the things turn out well, it's fine, it's great. If it turns out badly, you get to criticize.
If it turns out badly, we got material for the show.
Yeah.
Okay. That is some consolation.
Win-win, I think.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
It's a silver lining, Buzz. Among other positions, President-elect Trump nominated Representative Matt Gaetz to the Attorney General.
He does look like Syndrome from the Incredibles.
He's over there saying, "You caught me monologuing." to be Attorney General, and shortly after the nomination, Gates resigned from Congress effective immediately. If confirmed, Gates could take over the nation's top law enforcement agency, the same one that pursued a years-long sex crimes investigation into the congressman.
The Congress was just days away from making their findings public, and now they won't do that because he's no longer a congressman. But there's usually... Okay, so normally there's a vetting process, and your representatives in Congress and the House of Representatives would advise, the president. And a slime ball like this would never get out of that, beyond that position. We're going to see. Are people like Kevin McCarthy, who has called Matt Gaetz a sex criminal, is he going to approve his nomination as the top law enforcement
agent? There's some pushback, but not so much as you would think.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what somebody like McCarthy does. It sounds like Rubio's on board.
Well, so Donald Trump is saying, and I don't think he necessarily is wrong, that he has a mandate to rule, right? So
No.
Yes.
No, you don't have a mandate.
He does have a mandate.
No, the president doesn't rule us.
Yes, and in this situation, he does.
I think in this case,
he does not.
Rule.
God, did they quit teaching civics in high school between the time I was in high school?
Either way, he gets to pick the people he wants.
You were not in school when a Trump presidency occurred, so maybe things have changed since then. Trump
some things are never supposed to change.
We're in the darkest timeline, dude.
No.
So
the president is not your king.
It doesn't matter. He won. So it doesn't matter what.
Trump 2024.
I think you need to start saying Trump 2028.
Sure, let's see if it happens.
Yeah,
if it happens, it happens. But you're not going to convince anybody that the resistance needs to start now and that we need to start the fight now.
I'm going down to Mar-a-Lago and I'm going to dress up like the QAnon shaman and I'm going to try and crash his house. See how far I get. Yeah, it's a day of love.
It's a day of love.
As I'm messing up the greens at Mar-a-Lago, trampling all over.
Trump also named former Democratic Congresswoman turned Trump supporter Tulsi Gabbard as his director of national intelligence.
So, do you know why Tulsi Gabbard switched from Democrat to Republican?
I don't know.
Because she's a dirty traitor to the United States?
In 2019, when Gabbard was still a Democrat, Hillary Clinton said that she was being groomed by Russia to be an asset for the Russian government.
Probably is. Like she has spouted pro-Russian propaganda.
In 2022, Tulsi Gabbard, I don't know if she had switched over to Republican yet, but in 2022, she spread a story that Ukraine had biowar labs in the United States, which was all kinds of insane. A conspiracy theory that was pushed by Russia.
Good. So, doesn't matter. He gets to pick who he wants.
And she's in charge of what again?
National Intelligence.
All right.
A former Pentagon official testified to Congress that the U.S. government has evidence that we are not alone in the cosmos, but that a cabal of officials is hiding that information. The official, Luis Elizondo,
this guy's not a serious
which I
person.
think is a name a lot of people who believe will recognize.
He's tied in with the Ad Astra movement and the Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, he's really kind of in the same category as that ancient alien guy.
Aliens. The official, Luis Elizondo, is the former head of the Defense Department's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which was tasked with investigating unidentified anomalous phenomena. He and other witnesses testified before the House Oversight Committee, where Elizondo said, quote, excessive secrecy has led to grave misdeeds against loyal civil servants, military personnel, and the public, all to hide the fact that we are not alone in the cosmos.
Wait, hold it. You know they changed it from UFO to UAP, and that stands for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena.
Yes.
Which could be a ghost, right? Like an unexplained...
A light?
Anomalous... Yeah, it could be like ghost lights.
Yeah.
It could be a type of plane that they don't recognize. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Elizondo went on to...
But it's aliens. I don't know why they just
We're not alone in the cosmos.
Let me tell you, as much as you want it to be, and as much as I would love it to be, nobody has proof that there are aliens other than human.
Because they're all in hiding and scared. Elizondo went on to urge Congress to enact legislation protecting whistleblowers who are currently too afraid to come forward about government operations.
Are they afraid they're going to get shot with a ray gun?
Or probed?
Okay, here's what I've said about every conspiracy theory. You can keep a conspiracy between two people. You might even be able to keep it between three people. But once you get a number of people involved that would have to be involved in a cover-up like this, there's no way
Oh, no.
There's no way. You know how many people would have had to been in on it and willing to keep a secret for all these years for just 9/11? You know, if 9/11 was an inside job, as people like Tulsi Gabbard have said in the past. I know.
Oh, God.
It would take, there'd be thousands of people who would have to have been in on it, and they all have kept their mouth shut the entire time? I don't think so.
How do you get into a cabal?
That's a good question.
yeah.
Should we start one?
Do you start it yourself?
You got to go
Do
to.
we meet
you
on
got to go to
Wednesdays?
Evil Cabal Day School. Let's take a break. We'll come back and do the next segment.
You better pray to the Lord when you see those flying saucers. It may be the coming of the judgment day. It's a sign, there's no doubt of the trouble that's about. So I say, my friend, you'd better start to pray. You'd better pray to the Lord when you see those flying saucers. It may be the coming of the judgment day.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Oh, Six Chairs, just national furniture liquidator. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Interman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
I only just now got around to closing the window for submissions for today's Thanksgiving feast, courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union. And we'll take a few minutes to get our data set together.
Database.
And, we'll be picking a winner coming up at random from everybody who qualifies. But we got a few more calls coming in. You got any off the app chat that you want to read to us?
Yeah, Kevin says he wants to nominate his sister, who lives in El Paso. He says she doesn't have a sad story. She just can't cook well.
She's not a good cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
Any more?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? So a lot of people are putting some sad story, some touching stories, I would say. And
the guy who called and said that his elderly neighbors,
right?
That's a touching story.
And I wish I could give everybody a turkey.
I would like to give all of you the bird for Thanksgiving.
Giving you the bird would make us so happy.
But we can only flip the bird to one person today. But we'll be able to give you the bird next week.
We're playing Highlander rules.
There can be only one.
The fact that you finished it.
Ramirez. Do you know who that guy who was?
Whose turn is it?
I can't remember if I played it or not.
I got the giggle juice.
But let's get back to news. Do you know who played the Kurgan in the original Highlander?
Who?
An actor named Clancy Brown. Do you know who Clancy Brown is?
No. Tracy Brown's brother?
He's the voice of Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob.
Oh, no way.
SpongeBob, my boy. He was
That's
the
funny.
Kurgan. All right, Joanna, what else is going on in the news?
Meta will face trial in an antitrust case brought by the FTC over its acquisitions of Instagram and WhatsApp. A federal judge issued an order denying the Mark Zuckerberg-led company's request to drop the case. The FTC sued Meta in 2020, accusing the social media giant of having an illegal monopoly on social networking. One move Meta made was to overpay for Instagram and WhatsApp to block the competition from buying them. A trial date hasn't been set. Meta has asked the judge to dismiss the entire case, noting that it does not take into account competition from TikTok, YouTube, X, and LinkedIn.
Well, Zuckerberg can now win them over through the magic song.
To the walls.
Till sweat drops down my...
That is the new duet with T-Pain.
Beautiful.
And Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, I was in 5th grade when we were in 5th grade, like 96.
In 5th grade, 99 maybe?
So I remember Microsoft at the time was like the biggest company, remember?
Yeah, Bill Gates was the richest man in the world.
And they had a big case, I think, when I was in 5th grade, that they ruled Microsoft was a monopoly, and they had to break up
Microsoft.
Do you remember that story? It was a big deal at the time.
No, I didn't read the Wall Street Journal in 5th grade like you must have.
Yeah, I can't believe you remember that from 5th grade. And the big controversy with me in the 5th grade was Pokemon cards were.
Well, I guess what I'm saying.
Cool.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that these companies like Meta and Alphabet or Google, they're trying to say you don't need to regulate it, you don't need to break us up. We're not a monopoly. This hasn't happened before, and I think we can look back and say it has happened before. They broke up Microsoft.
When Get Low came out, I was going to school at Coronado, and this definitely sounds like something that a guy at Coronado would have done for the talent show.
You went to Coronado?
I went to Coronado.
Well, that's one of the many high schools that Joanna
I only went
graced.
to 2 high schools. When they kicked me out of Coronado, I had
Till sweat drops down my ball. Okay.
Buzzley.
Speaking of social media and all that, the social media platform X is seeing a massive user exodus. One day after the presidential election, over 115,000 users deactivated their account, the biggest loss in users since Elon Musk bought the platform back in 2022. X is not releasing those numbers, but other services are. Meanwhile, alternative text-based social media apps are reporting an influx of users. Over 1 million people joined Blue Sky in the past week, bringing up the count to 15 million. And Meta's Threads has announced they've exceeded 275 million active users. Here's another reason that X will be losing users. X's new terms of service explicitly say all users agree to let their posts be used to train artificial intelligence. Currently, users can go to the site's settings and opt out, but starting tomorrow, it will be mandatory. A husband and father of 3 who vanished at a Wisconsin lake this summer may have faked his own death and fled to Eastern Europe, authorities said, and the sheriff is now urging the missing man to come forward. Ryan Bogwart, who is 45, was reported missing in August when he didn't return and was last known to be seen on that lake. Bogwart had texted his wife on the night of August 11th, saying that he was turning his kayak around and heading to shore. Officials discovered Bogwart's overturned kayak and life jacket in the lake. Responders believed the missing dad drowned, and they scoured the lake using divers, drones, and more. The case took a turn last month when investigators discovered Bogwart's name had been checked by law enforcement in Canada on August 13th.
Meaning he wasn't in the lake at all, but he was in Canada?
Authorities also
I
learned...
wonder which is worse.
The lake or Canada?
I got a lot of Canadian friends.
Authorities also learned Bogwart... You do, eh? Authorities also learned Bogwart had been communicating with a woman from Uzbekistan. The other behavior included clearing his browsers the day before he disappeared.
That's what I would do if I were going to fake my death.
Inquiries about moving funds to foreign banks.
I put a lot of thought into
getting a new life insurance policy, obtaining a new passport, and replacing his laptop hard drive.
All I need is a life vest, a life jacket, and a kayak.
Where are you going to go
need that. You don't need the life vest. You just got to get an accomplice who says, I did the last one. Was his wife in on it?
No, they think he left the wife.
For the girl in Uzbekistan.
For the woman in Uzbekistan. Investigators are looking into what charges could be filed.
When he gets there and it's a catfish.
Dude.
Can you
That is probably why now nobody can find him. He's like, I'm too embarrassed
to admit I got
resurface.
catfish.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
A Chipotle shareholder is suing the chain over viral social media complaints about skimpy portion sizes. What is it, boy? What?
Alex Jones.
I can't believe him.
Is talking.
I can't believe the onion bottoming.
The volume's down, but he is the reddest man I've ever seen. He looks like Red Hulk.
How old is Alex Jones?
He's Tomato Man.
I think. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think he's a year or two younger than I am.
He is only 50 years old.
Yeah.
Hey, you can say at least you look better than Alex Jones.
You look better, and you're younger than Alex Jones.
No, I'm not younger than Alex Jones.
Well, just
I
say
look
it.
younger.
In spirit.
In spirit.
Oh, man, he looked like a tomato. The Onion, bought Alex Jones InfoWars.
I'm laughing at
The
that.
Onion.
The Onion.
The
bought it.
satirical news site, and their
I
quotes on it are
love it.
great. Just
it.
fantastic.
Where
I'm
did
sorry.
I leave off? Oh, a Chipotle shareholder is suing the chain over viral social media complaints about skimpy portion sizes. The proposed class action lawsuit filed Monday claims Chipotle understated customer dissatisfaction regarding its highly inconsistent portion sizes in official disclosures.
They don't have it down to a science like
I guess
McDonald's
not.
does.
I
You get the
guess-
right number of nuggets every time.
You know, sometimes I get an extra nugget and I hope that worker has a
Wait.
very blessed day.
Were you about to say you've never had Chipotle?
I've never had Chipotle.
We're going today.
Are we?
Yes.
Is it good?
I actually need forks.
It's kind of like slop in a cup is what
I've
I think
never
of it as.
had it. Never had it.
It's like, have you had Rafa's burritos?
See.
All right, it's like Rafa's burritos.
Is it?
No, but
Because
kind of.
I love Rafa's burritos. The lawsuit.
Chipotle would be a perfect place to go if you were extremely constipated.
Oh my God.
So they do use scoopers to get the meat and
Yeah,
the different thing to
right,
put into
the
your
slop.
But the meat's
So
like
the meats.
is
They
really
have, like,
what you
what-
want more
They
of.
have like
you want more meat.
burritos and bowls and stuff.
burritos, bowls, quesadillas. They have a pretty
Okay.
new, wide menu now. But the portion control thing has been like their bane of their existence, I guess, because some people,
But they're- it's-
some of the people who work there will take like a full scoop
And then
with some on top, or
shake it.
and then shake it off.
Oh, it's the worst.
Or
Seeing
some
your
will-
scoop go from full to shaken to nothing is the worst. Because they charge it the same.
Guys, I am honestly getting sick to my stomach just talking about Chipotle this much.
You just have like a bad stomach.
Today's a rough day, but
It's been a rough
still-
day for you, yeah.
When I finally got around to going into a Chipotle, they'd already been like super popular for about a decade, I guess.
Yeah?
And I couldn't believe that that's what all the fuss was about.
Never been to Chipotle.
We're going today.
You ain't missing anything.
We're going. Buzz is paying for us.
All right. The lawsuit said that unhappiness wasn't clear until the spring and summer of this year when customers' true feelings spread on social media posts in a virtual pile-on. The lawsuit said a turning point was when mega famous food influencer Keith Lee, who had previously collaborated with Chipotle, slammed the chain's chicken portions in a TikTok review. And as the lawsuit cited in June, a Wells Fargo analyst even ordered 75 burrito bowls to test portion sizes and found that the consistency of the portions varied widely.
I mean, considering the obesity epidemic, Chipotle is really doing you a favor, right?
Yes. It's the latest development in Chipotle's Skimpgate, which comes at a time when cash-strapped customers have an eagle eye on shrinkflation. Customers this year have also called out McDonald's $3 hash browns at some locations and a cheapened Whole Foods berry chantilly cake slice.
Whoa, Buzz. Hold on here. I think you missed it. Joanna got kicked out of Coronado? Can you talk about it? Can you tell us that story?
Yeah, actually.
I can't tell that story.
I think you were joking.
I was joking.
Yeah,
I wasn't kicked out.
Joanna is not the kind of person ever to have been kicked. I bet you've never been kicked out of anything.
No, I am a very good person.
I don't believe this. I think there is a story.
I mean, there's a story, but
Wait, there is a story, but it's not like you get kicked out.
I
or
didn't get
anything.
kicked out or
All right.
anything.
Cool your jets.
And finally, today is Red Cup Day at Starbucks fans. The day the coffee chain gives customers a free reusable holiday cup when they buy a handcrafted holiday beverage, which I guess means their holiday menu is also out. All you have to do is order any size handcrafted holiday drink, either in person at Starbucks or with the mobile and pickup orders through DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, and the Starbucks app. The cups are only available while supplies last, and it's one of Starbucks' busiest day of the year, so keep that in mind. More than a dozen beverages qualify for the giveaway, including holiday drinks that can be hot, iced, or blended.
Wasn't there a controversy when Starbucks did the red cup
Yeah, Satan.
or War on Christmas?
The War on Christmas. Newt Gingrich
They
warned
were
us
like,
about this.
this isn't Christmassy enough.
Mhm.
It's just a red cup.
It's just a red cup.
Technically, Christmas is some pagan religion thing.
They don't know that.
You know, it's a little.
Who cares?
It's more of a pastiche,
Jesus.
I would say.
Get us a red cup, Buzz, and take us to Chipotle with your news. I'm Joanna Barba.
Buzz, you talked about how last year you had Taco Cabana for Thanksgiving. That kind of broke my heart, dude. That hit me close to home. And Chipotle is way better than Taco Cabana. You're just saying that because of that stupid South Park episode, Chipotle way.
I don't think I ever saw that South Park episode. Do they say the same thing?
I don't
that it's
think
just
you really
inedible
had it.
slop?
No, it's not inedible. That's not a comment ever people have made about Chipotle.
Okay, then I didn't get it from South
You're
Park.
making people sad because you spent Thanksgiving alone eating Taco Cabana.
No, Chipotle doesn't make you sick. It's actually high gourmet. It's very good.
It's gourmet.
I love the rice bowls.
It's gourmet. Is this
That's what he
5
said.
points,
Well,
guys?
I think what he meant to say is it's actually nutritious. A lot of dietitians or people on certain health plans kind of recommend it because of the protein. It's no antibiotics, no hormones, no.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the meat. So.
Well, but if they're skimping on the portion sizes, maybe they're lying about the hormones.
It's actually high gourmet. It's very good. I love the rice bowls. I put a crap ton of. I put a lot in there. I get my money's worth. Let's put it that way, you guys. You definitely get your money's worth if you had every topping they have. It's like Subway, you know? All right, guys.
All right. Is that 5 points?
Chipotle menu.
They've expanded it for sure.
Okay, it's been a number of years since the Thanksgiving thing was not last year.
Yeah, no, it was last year.
You said
it was last year. And nobody feel bad for Buzz going to Taco
don't
Cabana.
feel bad.
That's what I want to do.
Because I invited him. Several people had invited him. I invited him to my Thanksgiving with my family. And because he was like, I'm going to be alone. I'm just going to do this. I was like, just come on over. And he was like, no.
He doesn't want that.
No, I don't want that.
Buzz likes his alone time. He's like
More
a
than
little,
anything on the planet.
Yeah. And especially on the holidays for like Thanksgiving, he doesn't like to eat in front of people.
I make appearances where I have to, but as far as like sitting there and eating around a table with other humans, I'm just not into it.
Another weird thing about Buzz is if he goes to like parties or something, he's not going to eat there.
Yeah, he doesn't like eating in front of people.
So he likes to eat on his couch watching TV.
Which is really the purest of joys for Buzz.
Yeah.
He loves it.
It's pretty simple
Yeah.
pleasure, I think.
Buzz is a simple man. He likes to eat on his couch.
We're going to make a draw for the complete Thanksgiving dinner, and we'll have another one to give away next Thursday. But I've got some more neckline calls that came in under the wire, so we'll get these in and start putting together our winners list, or potential winners list. Take a break. We'll come back with more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
Hey, it's Double G. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
All right, so we cut off the entry list, but we're going to, in a few minutes, we're going to give away the Thanksgiving feast, courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union.
Woo!
And the food provided by Conamore Catering. It's not just like they're going to drop a frozen turkey off. Listen to this. Everything's prepared. Turkey, ham, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, dinner rolls, cranberry sauce, a $375 value. And I've got a few here that I haven't aired yet. But first of all, we have a call about Nico being in the 5th grade. Somebody's got a story about Nico in the 5th grade.
Again, Nico, again. I used to read the Wall Street Journal when I was in 5th grade.
I didn't say that. Buzz did.
You also read it from your own private lunch table.
Got him.
At your elementary school, served by your butler, escargot, and special dietary needs for rich children. Nico.
This guy is intense. Like,
Relentless.
This guy does
This is
not
the guy.
let up.
I love it.
It's pretty funny.
He's committed. I love that.
Okay, got a few submissions here for the Thanksgiving feast. And I've made the decision we're going to leave all the finalists in for next week.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to go through the whole rigmarole
I agree.
again, right?
Yes.
Good morning. My name's Grace. I was calling because I'm interested in the Thanksgiving giveaway. It would really be a blessing to me and my family this year. I am 2.5 weeks away from a due date.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, seriously.
A Thanksgiving baby.
Yeah.
A Buzz Adams mini Thanksgiving baby.
What a turkey.
Having a new little baby boy.
Yeah, right.
And I usually do everything, all the stuff, all the cooking, all the plating, all the inviting, all the hosting for Thanksgiving. This year, my aunt is living in a retirement home, and I would normally cook a full-blown meal, gather everything up in the car, and take me and my entire family out there to eat a meal with my aunt.
We did that a couple of years. My dad was, in and out of like care, and so we'd go have Thanksgiving or Christmas at the old folks' home.
Aw.
Pretty depressing.
Oh, working there is so sad on the holidays.
One of the last...
They keep looking at the door, like
Some of them
expecting
do, yeah.
somebody to come and see them.
Which is why the argument
God.
of when people are like, well, if you don't have kids, who's going to take care of you when you're older?
All right, listen, I'm filing this.
Do you think about that?
I do,
Having
because I'm all
worked at
like,
a nursing home?
yeah, I'm all like, if you knew how many people at the nursing home have kids that don't get visit, it's so
That's
sad.
so sad.
I appreciate the story. Grace is going to have a baby boy. It'd be
Aw.
nice if she won the Thanksgiving dinner. That definitely goes in the yes
I can't
column.
hear these because I want them all to win.
Yeah, seriously.
How many turkeys do you think they can give us?
One for this week and one
right.
for next week. But it's not just the turkey. Did you listen to all that stuff?
I want to get like a giant semi truck and just start throwing turkeys out the back to
Big
people.
old a turkey throw.
Hey, morning show. I'm calling in about the Thanksgiving giveaway. There is a woman who cleans our office building, and she's just amazing. She's already in her 70s. She takes the bus to work, doing from work every day. She walks a long way to get there to the bus stop.
Wow.
She cleans a very large office
Give her a ride to the bus stop.
building, not just an office space, a building.
A building.
And she's just amazing. She's just a wonderful person, and I know that she could really use something like this. So I would like to enter into the contest.
All right. Got the information. I'll stop it before she gets to the phone number and everything. But that one's a yes. We'll put you in the running.
Hi, I wanted to submit my information for the Thanksgiving dinner giveaway. I actually recently got unemployed, and it's kind of hard, struggling trying to find a job and trying to make ends meet doing deliveries for Walmart or Uber. I just want to give my family a dinner. My name is Sal.
Oh, my God.
Piero, phone number 9.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Sal.
Somebody nominated me for the turkey dinner.
I back that.
So, because don't you have some unusual circumstances for your Thanksgiving dinner this year?
I do, yes.
All right, well, let me get into a break, and when we come back, you'll tell us that. And
I have an
we'll
Am I the A-hole.
announce
It's an Am I the A-hole. It's a personal Am I the
that
A-hole.
involves your family.
Yes, and me.
And you want to know if you're the A-hole, and it has to do with Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Huh.
Interesting.
Here's another.
Hey, just calling for the Thanksgiving dinner giveaway. My name is Timothy Elkins. The way it would actually help me this year, my dog was recently diagnosed with diabetes, and from it she's gone completely blind. We have been having a tough time affording the insulin and the special diet food she needs now.
Let me tell you, when your dog gets sick in 2024, it's expensive. It was not that expensive when I was a kid because we didn't go to the vet.
Oh,
you know what I mean.
weren't even there when Jerry had like massive bowel movements and like blood.
So, if I could get something like this, it would really help out so much.
Wait, I just got a comment from Alberto. Let's see what Alberto has to say about this. People be saying sad bleep, and I don't know why. I want to laugh. What's wrong with you?
I don't think you were supposed to read that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alberto.
Been such a worry these past couple weeks.
No, those pets get expensive. I know.
Hey, trying to figure out how I'm going to get a Thanksgiving dinner.
All right, we got you, man. We got you. You're in the running.
Hey, somebody in the app chat also didn't want you to air their neckline call. He said it in the app chat. He's like, I submitted,
Sal,
please.
say that
I
in
don't.
the call.
You got to say it in the call because I only hear the call. I don't see the app chat crap.
Well, nobody knows who you are, so.
Thanks for
That makes
submitting,
me feel-
Sal.
No.
I'm saying his
We
name.
just had a call. We just had a call from Sal. Different Sal? Or
Sorry,
same guy?
Sal.
That's the one they didn't want his
Sorry,
call
Sal.
name.
Shout out our home.
I'm sorry. I cut it off before
Buzz
the
is
phone
doing
number.
a lot of things. He's saying things that Alberto's saying to us in private.
Man, Buzz. First,
What is
the
up, morning
cabinet
show?
knowledge.
It is Wrestler Guy. The 15th, Friday, is the day where we get to see the burial of Jake Paul. I mean, I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, I would put my money on Tyson. You know, I'm just saying. Like, I really hope, I really want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. That's just me. I'm pretty sure you guys do too. But yeah, no, that's all I wanted to say, man. Like, I really want to see Jake Paul get knocked out first round. I hope, but you know, again, I'm not a gambling man, so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, have a good morning. Love the show.
Update on this Netflix fight between Mike Tyson, 58 or 59, and Jake Paul.
Hey, you're the same age as Mike Tyson.
No, well, we're close. Yesterday at a press conference, Jake Paul wore a $100,000 diamond-spiked ear protector because he doesn't want to get his ear bit by Mike Tyson.
But you're saying he can't wear that in the fight.
He won't. No, of course you can't wear it during the fight. So he spent $100,000 on a diamond ear protector just as a visual gag.
That's just money that you're
Just-
setting on fire.
A level of rich that is.
And it's also the kind of thing
you could have sent
where
four kids to school at college.
when you work all your life and you got to scrape to get by, and then you hear that some influencer just bought a $100,000 ear protector that he can't even use.
Well,
Mike Tyson did an interview or a conversation with Rosie Perez for Interview Magazine.
Do your
It
Rosie
sounds
Perez
like
impression.
Hold on, I got to get the beep because it's all from White Men Can't Jump.
Billy! I can't believe you lost the money, Billy! Billy! I saved that money and now I gotta go on Jeopardy.
Oh, no, that was my Mike Tyson. Here is what Mike Tyson said to Rosie Perez. All right?
Okay.
There's no way I should be here talking to you right now. All my friends are dead. They OD'd or they had AIDS. Me and my friend both had sex with this girl at the same time, and they both died of AIDS. I didn't catch AIDS. Raw, too.
Oh, my God.
You went into a little old-timey news reporter at the end or something, but
Well,
we got
raw,
the point
too,
across.
eh?
You know, I do my best. Tyson versus Paul goes down live tomorrow on Netflix. It's the main event, and I don't know how many fights are on the undercard, but the undercard starts at 6 o'clock El Paso time tomorrow. And Alberto said he's definitely going to watch it. I'm sorry, Alberto, I wasn't supposed to say that. Like, which was the funniest sad story to you?
no, it's not that they're all. It's just like, okay, watch. For example, when I like, I don't know how to explain it.
I'm
Like
just
without
putting
saying
the-
messed up things. Like sometimes, or like one time, a family member of mine
okay,
got
let
in the
me-
hospital, and like they told me, and
You
like I
laughed?
couldn't help but laugh. But it was like I was worried and it was messed up. But it's one of those things where like,
It's just like
what? Like
a nervous response,
Exactly.
probably.
There is such a thing.
Exactly.
As a nervous laugh response. So, yeah.
But then the fact that I can't laugh, like, and I shouldn't, makes it worse. It's like, oh my God. It's like in class almost, you know?
Here's something new on Donald Trump's search to appoint his cabinet. Joe Exotic wants Donald Trump to appoint him the head of the Fish and Wildlife Service.
It sounds like you're like
I
actually
can't tell
making a
if you're
joke.
saying
Yeah.
it's an onion title.
Is this a joke? Is this a bit you're doing?
Well, it's Joe Exotic says. I don't think Donald Trump said, but the level of trolling that's going on so far with Matt Gaetz and Kristi Noem. You remember Kristi Noem? Come on, you remember the
governor of South Dakota, North Dakota.
Yeah, here I think I got a clip here.
Ain't I a tough farm girl?
Yeah, I mean, if you're just trolling people, go ahead and make it Joe Exotic, the head of the Department of Fish and Wildlife. Today is National Pickle Day. And they got a poll question here for National Pickle Day. Do you drink the juice out of the jar?
Yes.
Save it. Well, what do you mean drink it? Because I save the juice for like recipes and put pickle juice and other stuff.
I drink it out of the jar.
You're just a regular Martha Stewart, aren't you?
I cook for myself a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll put some eggs in there, like hard-boiled eggs.
I forgot.
Yeah.
But
I'll put other vegetables in there too.
He'll pickle his own eggs, and it's like you'll open the fridge and you'll see Vlasic, and like, oh, I'm gonna get some pickles, and it's just eggs in there.
Okay, so it's not Vlasic because it's moonshine pickles. They have a thing
Oh, you get the moonshine ones.
Yeah, the pickles are soaked.
Why is Buzz getting drunk on eggs?
Weirdly, it doesn't get you drunk. I don't know why. But
the pickles will.
No, I've never felt even the slightest
pickles
buzz
soak up they really.
from the pickles. No,
You've gotten a tolerance throughout this pandemic.
listen, I've gone down some pretty bad paths since the pandemic happened.
You know why I stopped you? How many did you drink tonight, sir? I just had some pickles.
I just had pickles. Honestly, officer.
1 or 2.
Buzz is in the back yelling, "A pickle, Rick!" Bitch.
Ossifer. It wasn't even a full pickle. It was a spear. Yeah, but then I'll take the moonshine pickle juice and I'll put eggs in there.
Yum.
But again, for whatever reason, I don't feel like there's any booze in it. I should read the label really close. What do you mean?
It's all in your head.
You think so?
Yes.
Maybe the label's like does not contain actual moonshine.
And everybody is just getting drunk because they think that it has alcohol.
Can you get drunk from eating like a rum cake?
I don't know. The way my aunt makes them? Yeah, probably. So you don't drink the pickle juice out of the jar?
No. Who
I
does?
do.
What?
Yeah. I just like slurp it like I'm all
the pickle juice
deliciousness.
You drink the pickle juice right out of the jar?
Yeah, don't tell my mom though because she gets mad. And she's like, stop drinking the juice like
What
that.
are you friends with Dua Lipa?
Do you drink it while there's still pickles in it? Or
Sometimes, like if I'm going to get myself a pickle, I'm all like, ooh, juice.
My mom drinks like a little shot of pickle juice every night.
Really? For what?
Sciatica or her bunions or, something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an 88-year-old lady, but there's something
full
that
of
she said.
electrolytes.
Brondo has electrolytes. It's what makes the plants grow.
That's what plants crave.
That's what plants crave.
Today is National Pickle Day.
Yay.
An online poll asked the question, do you drink pickle juice right out of the jar? And 26% of people admitted they have done that.
Oh, yeah. Joanna, you're 1 out of 4 people.
Nice.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah.
Just a little over,
literally.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's us.
Somebody commented, though, and says, who drinks from the jar? Ew, pour it into a cup, you animals.
I already have the cup. It's already in a cup.
The jar.
The jar is a cup.
The jar is the cup.
Here's somebody
Did
who
you
didn't
buy
have
the
a problem
pickles?
with
No,
it. They said, oh, listen to what this person says. I've drank, I don't know if that's grammatically correct, but
drunken.
I've drank olive juice straight from the jar, but not pickle juice.
Oh, because you know how olives also come in a jar.
Sometimes I put the olives in the old moonshine pickle jar with the pickle juice, and I let the olives steep.
Have you guys ever bought those? You know how Famous Dave's has those delicious pickles? They sell them in the spears. And
Famous Dave's has delicious pickles.
They do. The pickles are so good.
Do they just serve them as a garnish or something?
Yeah, like if you get a sandwich, they'll put them in the sandwich. But sometimes I ask for extra.
All right, you go dill or sweet?
Dill.
Yeah, I don't like sweet pickles.
Here's somebody who does drink the pickle juice. It's a good source of electrolytes, like you just said.
Yeah, that's my direct quote right there.
After a hard workout, I can buy all that. But then this part, it's a good source of electrolytes after a hard workout and tasty.
It's tasty. Pickle juice is good.
All right. If you pickle something other than a cucumber, is it still called a pickle?
It's called a pickled whatever.
Right,
Pickled
but a pickled
asparagus.
then
Ooh.
why is it called a
Pickled asparagus
Why
is
is it
good.
called a pickled cucumber? Because that's what it is.
It is. It's a pickled cucumber.
Yeah, it's just also a
So
pickle.
why don't we just say pickled cucumber?
Maybe because cucumber has too
It's
many
not-
syllables.
It's not. I'm pickled cucumber Rick. It's just I'm pickle Rick. Don't fight me on everything today.
Am I?
It seems like.
You guys are getting ready for that fight
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Boom, 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 boom.
You're going to get Tyson tattoos on your face.
Wait, but I
here's
don't
somebody says,
understand what your argument was. I
don't-
wasn't trying to argue with you.
About what?
The pickle. What are you trying to say?
You don't call. Nobody calls a pickled cucumber a pickled cucumber. They call it a pickle.
But when you pickle red onions, you have pickled red onions.
Oh, okay.
Aren't we in a pickle? Anyway, someone called about the drinking pickle juice. It's so you don't cramp up at night. That's what they said.
Well, it's supposed to replace electrolytes, supposedly.
My mom gets my mom gets leg cramps. That's what it is. I knew it was something like that.
Nice.
Anyway, today is National Pickle Day. If you give me just a minute, we'll come back from break here in just a second. We'll pick the winner of the Thanksgiving feast out for this Thursday, courtzy of Rise FCU.
So we're officially done with submissions. So don't.
Yeah,
don't,
I shut the
Don't
submission.
type in any more, guys.
No.
Thanks.
I'll save them for next week.
So it's still
Starting
submit. Okay.
next week, we'll get more.
If you didn't make the deadline, you can go ahead and submit now because we have another complete $400, almost $400 value Thanksgiving feast.
I am the pickle, tart, crisp, proud to make you pucker. I am the pickle, and I am infinite in my variety. I am the butter chip, laid limply and lovingly upon your hamburger. I am the sweet gherkin, small and slender. How you love the taste of my succulent flesh. I am pickle relish, chopped fine and lavished liberally over the taut meat of your wiener. And I am the mighty kosher dill, bursting from the earth, long, thick, and hard, covered with hundreds of tiny bumps, urging you to partake of my circumcised splendor. I am the pickle, and I am nature's penis.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from GNR to STP.
At WesternTech.edu, you can get started today. Don't give up. Rise up at Western Tech. College for the real world.
We're in position.
Come on, let's go.
And now, this is going to be good. Buzz. The Buzz Adams Morning Show is back.
All right, we're about to choose at random, completely randomly. We're going to choose a winner from all of our finalists for this week's turkey feast or ham. I will try and get clarification if you could get half turkey, half ham. I'm just not sure. But Nico is going through the process of compressing our data set.
Database. I got it.
I would like a mathematician to tell us who's right. Is it a database or a data set? But the complete dinner includes turkey, ham. It says turkey and ham. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, either on the cob or niblets.
Niblets.
Mac and cheese. Is that a Thanksgiving deal now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Has it been a while?
A staple.
A lot of people do it, yeah.
Green beans.
Yum.
It looks like data set is right.
I'm sorry. One more time. Who's right?
Buzz, you were right. But did you see what a man I am that I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong? I'm such a man.
Or when you lose.
Or when I lose.
See, you're Biden.
Yeah, you're
I'm
Trump. Yep, of course,
You're
yeah.
definitely Trump, yeah.
So
I don't want you as my president either.
Trump 2024.
Trump 2024.
I don't think I would make a good president either. At least I'm honest with myself about it. All right, you ready to compress the data set?
It is compressing, tabulating.
All right. Let me see if I can run it through our mainframe here. All right, here goes. Just a second.
All right.
And it'll spit out a result for us. That's the internet working, guys. That's what it sounds like inside your computer. Anytime you ask Google a question, it
That's
does
what it
that.
says.
Yeah. So, Who is our winner?
Our winner is Mo. Moises. Congratulations, Mo. Yes, or Moises.
Okay.
Or
And
Moses.
was this a neckline or did it come in?
This
through
came in
the
through the
apps?
app chat.
Okay. What does Mo have to
Sure.
say?
So his story goes, "Hello, I'm Moises. I would need a Thanksgiving dinner because, well, my wife and I just bought a new house, and my wife just gave birth to our son last month.
Nice.
All right.
Everybody wants us to do dinner at our house, and we are so stressed out. This would make Thanksgiving perfect and take all that stress off."
All right.
So, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
That was
Yay.
succinct and to the point.
Yeah, that was good.
Congratulations, Mo. We got the complete catered Thanksgiving feast for you, courtesy of Rise Federal Credit Union, with the catering done by Conamore by Beret Catering.
Do you want me to explain how we did our process?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think most people care.
Well, no.
And also-
I just so people know that it is randomized. We number each of the submissions, and then we put
Right.
it through a random number generator.
number generator.
And then the number that gets spit out is the winner.
So I'm already compiling our data set for next week.
Can I just say how much I'm loving that people are submitting on behalf of other people?
Yeah.
Like they're saying, I don't need it, but this other person does.
And I'm
need it."
including those.
And
in the
those are
submissions,
just the sweetest in
Very
my
nice.
heart. I want to
They're-
cry.
Well, the guy who called in, that should be fair because one guy called in, he was a finalist. He said there was an elderly couple and the
Yeah.
wife.
Except I don't
having a lot
really
of problems.
appreciate the person who nominated me saying this is for Nico and all the other poor comics in town.
Oh.
I
That would be
mean,
nice.
I would take it for sure.
So explain the Am I the A-hole
Ah, yes.
Oh,
that involves
sure.
you this year.
All right.
Let me play
Yeah,
our Am
let's
I
do
the A-hole in. This one is all about Nico and Am I the A-hole? So lay it out for us.
So I am working Thanksgiving. I am going to be at Inn of the Mountain Gods performing comedy
Ooh,
that day.
nice.
On Thanksgiving
On Thanksgiving,
Day.
That's
yes.
cool.
Take me?
Boy, now I've heard
Yes and no. But so my parents, though, my mom has really been on me. Like, do you have to do this? And I'm like, yes, I'm booked through a company. I can't just like this is a job, Mom. This is like a real job. And then my mom said, well, how about we change Thanksgiving around?
Wait a minute. How many people are going to have to rearrange to accommodate
That's
you?
the thing. Well, I told her, don't do that. Just have Thanksgiving, and I'll meet up with you guys later.
Yeah.
Or the next day because I plan on spending the night there. And she said, no, that's not right. We're going to go up then. We're going to take the family up there to In the Mountain Gods. And
Oh, no.
I go, that's
insane.
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 Yeah.
And everyone's cool with that? Or
Melinda, please.
I told her, I was like, no, come on, that's really
Are they
crazy.
going to bring rose hips up so you can have pony rides?
Rose Hips died 40 years ago.
does escargot travel well between?
That's a Christmas thing.
Oh.
Anyways. So then she says, well, okay, then we'll have to do something else then. We're all going to meet, earlier at some place in Las Cruces then, so you can be an hour closer. And I go, that doesn't make sense because I'm still going to have to leave sound checks at 5. I'm going to have to be there by 5. How long does it take? Like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get there?
Up to Inn of the Mountain Gods? Yeah, it's like 2 hours,
Yeah, so we would have to do like a really early lunch, which I don't mind.
I used to.
But anyways, so my mom says, well, why don't you want to be with the family? And I go, it's not that I don't want to be, but
You're
but
working.
people work. And when I used to work at the hospital,
I
they
think
would
just from hearing this story, I'm kind of getting an idea of why you might not want to be with the family for Thanksgiving.
No, I love my
no.
family.
All right,
what else
No.
did-
I love it.
I
I
know.
love being the food is delicious.
what
I
else-
would love to be there. I just know people work, and sometimes people have to
Let
work.
him finish his Am I the A-hole?
What else does your your mother have to say?
She is not a smother. She hates when you say that, by the way. She hates
Don't
when
call
you-
her a smother.
No. She just kept saying
Only hurts
everybody
if it
wants
hits
to
the
be
mark.
with you. Everybody wants to be with you, and I want the whole family to be together.
You gotta, come on.
Well, but her reasoning is, look, your grandparents are getting older. Me and your dad are getting older, so she wants me to have as many memories of Thanksgiving with the family as possible, which
Well,
is
that's nice.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I used to work all the holidays. When I was starting out from radio, I would volunteer to
I
do it.
usually work Thanksgiving.
I tried to tell her that too. That when I worked, I've worked holidays here before. I've worked holidays at the hospital in the ER before. So I kind of found it weird that she was being.
Is it because she doesn't accept your comedy lifestyle?
She didn't like when I came out as a comic. That is true.
Hey, I got a couple of.
Wait, am I the a-hole or no?
No.
I mean, no. It's fine.
It sounds like she's trying really hard, and she doesn't really have to try that hard. You know, everyone can have their regular.
It sounds like it'd be easier.
You're
if
just working.
Yeah.
That's all. The only thing that's different is that you have to work.
And she's like, "No, we're gonna make this work somehow. We're gonna do this."
She doesn't have to try and like kill herself over trying to get everybody together for Thanksgiving.
Well, thank you.
You're not
the a-hole.
Thank you.
I mean, you are, but not in this
In
case.
general.
Another good
a-hole in
thing
our
for
lives.
pickle juice is a chaser. Do a
Yeah,
shot of
yeah.
tequila and then a shot of the pickle juice. Awesome.
You do a shot of Jameson.
I was gonna say a whiskey back usually.
It's a pickleback.
It's a
Pickleback for the
pickleback,
whiskey.
right.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of? I thought that was like a hipster thing. That are they still doing that?
Yeah, picklebacks.
Picklebacks?
Yeah.
Love picklebacks.
Take a shot of Jameson and some pickle
Cat
juice.
loves picklebacks.
Yeah, Cat.
You like picklebacks?
Yeah, so I got a couple of stories that did not make it into any of the newscasts, but I wanted to share them with you.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming anybody except Nico.
What the? What?
Yes.
Texas Attorney General Paxton sues an El Paso doctor over allegedly providing gender transition treatments.
Oh, yeah, I did see
and
that.
the treatment for almost all of the patients are for people in El Paso County. Now, other than the doctor, we're obviously not going to get into any names here, but the Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, filed a lawsuit claiming that against an El Paso doctor, claiming he was illegally providing gender transition treatments to Texas children as young as 12 years old. Paxton announced the lawsuit on Wednesday, October 30th, and it had kind of flown under the radar there for a little bit. El Paso Dr. Hector Granados, it is claimed, violated state law by, quote, knowingly providing puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones to children for the purpose of transitioning their biological sex. I'm not drawing any conclusions here, but I would kind of be interested in what an endocrinologist has to say about the issue of transgender, you know? A pediatric endocrinologist. Maybe I'm interested in hearing what their take on this is. They are asking for a judge to immediately issue a temporary injunction stopping Dr. Granados from providing gender transition care. Paxton is also asking for a $10,000 fine per violation. The lawsuit lists 21 patients between the ages of 12 to 17 years old. Most of the patients listed in the lawsuit live in El Paso County. Granados is listed as a pediatric endocrinologist. The accusation also says that Granados is, quote, a scofflaw who is harming the health and safety of Texas children by providing puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones. The lawsuit also refers to Granados as a radical gender activist. All right. Here's another story.
Did you say the name
of the doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. It's in the.
Oh,
I mean, it's in the.
You said no names.
That's 'cause you said you
no
were gonna
names
say-
other than the doctor.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to give the names of the patients. I mean, what
I
kind
don't
of?
think
we don't
they
have
could.
those.
Yeah, they don't.
Even if I had them, that's a private matter. I was
Then
just
what's the
telling you-
point of saying no names?
No names other than the doctor. I was just going to say no. I'm not going to sit here and call out minors who. You know what? There are people out there who would do it, but not me. A mom in rural.
They're turning the kids gay.
A mom in rural, and I want to put the emphasis on rural, like the rural juror.
The rural juror.
The rural juror.
The 30 Rock
The
reference.
rural juror. A mom in rural Georgia got arrested for letting her 10-year-old son walk into town alone. They live less than a mile away. You got to be kidding me. It's now in the country where everybody's panicking and thinking that a 10-year-old kid isn't capable of walking a mile?
Some people get upset because you let your kid walk to the park by themselves.
Boo.
So
Did that happen to you?
No, I'm just saying. I think that was like a a story not too long ago that they were going to find the mom because the kids were walking to the park by themselves.
I was going to say,
when my daughter was in 5th, so she would have been, like around 9 or 10, she had expressed an interest in walking home from school, which was about a mile. And I said, go for it. Watch out for cars, if you want to get a little exercise. Boy,
watch out for cars.
one of the big problems in this country is that kids don't walk anywhere anymore or don't get outside. So the mom's name, I'd like some feedback on this. If anybody wants to call in, you could call direct into the studio, 915-910-4995, 915-910-4995, or the neck line, 844-805-NECK. That's 844-805-6325. The mom is Brittany Patterson. Her son just turned 11 the other day, so he was, like almost 11. They have a farm near the Tennessee border in Georgia. Only a few hundred people live there.
That's
don't
country
even start
life.
with, well, it's a lot more dangerous out there since you were a kid. That is exactly what I heard adults say when I was a kid. And also the crime rate has gone way, way down. You know what has not gone down? Childhood obesity rates. It's almost like arrows going in opposite directions there.
Joanna, so you raised your nephews, you and your sister.
I helped raise them.
Did your sister ever let them just go places by
they're
themselves?
like, I'm going to be going like down the street or something, or like a couple blocks to a friend's house. Yeah.
Back on October 30th, the mom, Brittany, took the other kids to a doctor's appointment, and she thought the son, the 10-year-old, was playing in the woods on their farm. Yeah, that's what you do when you live out in the country. But he had decided to walk into town without telling anyone. A random woman, probably named Karen, saw him on the side of the road. The speed limit along this road is only 35, but she freaked out and called the cops. The mom got a call from the cops letting her know that they had picked up the boy for walking into town in a town with less than a few hundred people.
That's as crazy as a guy just shooting at stuff with his guns.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's another one. That's another story we got, is somewhere where it's like, wait a second.
We are in the darkest timeline.
Do you think a kid should be allowed to walk into, we used to ride bikes all over the neighborhood.
I used to be a little hoodlum on my bike.
We'd go to the comic book store, buy comics. There was an arcade right next. We'd walk up there if we had to.
I think factories should get rid of child labor laws.
Okay, not
Dang,
the topic here, but
yeah, same thing. Let him walk to work.
The police told the mom that her son could have been hit by a car or kidnapped, but she didn't think it was that big a deal.
The kid could have been hit by a car or kidnapped even with the mom there.
That's true.
Also,
That's
do
not
you
gonna
live in a
stop
town
anything.
with a few hundred people in it?
Yeah, and you
doesn't
didn't
everybody know you and the kids follow?
That's what I was going to say.
Well,
this person must be new.
The mom gave her son a talking to and thought that was the end of it. But later that night, police showed back up to place her under arrest, and they cuffed her in front of her 3 kids.
Oh, my God. That is whack.
Okay, right. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one. Doesn't this sound insane?
It sounds so insane.
You went and arrested the mom because her son walked less than a mile into town
and got
in
home
a
safe.
tiny little town. They ended up suggesting that they would drop the charges if she agreed to sign something that said that she wouldn't let her child. She needs to sign something that said another adult would be a safety person to keep an eye on her 10-year-old when she's not home.
Of course.
She also would have to put an app on his phone to track his location.
What? They can tell her to do that? That's
You can't force a parent to do that.
Again, this is a town of just a few hundred people, so, this isn't CSI New York we're dealing with here.
Hey, no, so I was going to ask you about your baby mama.
Yeah.
I don't think she would let your daughter go places.
Go places, do things.
I don't think it would involve the police.
No. But like, if
she would, she might.
If you just let your daughter just like walk, I don't know, down
a mile.
Yeah, maybe a mile down.
Yeah, I told when she was in 5th grade, which is about 10, she wanted to walk home from school, and I said, "Great."
But you followed her the whole time.
Well, I ended up walking with her the first time to show her, how to do it. So, I walked down there, and then I walked her back home and made sure, hey, this is the street crossing. And then I was like, the next time, she never followed up and actually did it on her own. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's weird.
Bubble wrap kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the state of Georgia decides to pursue the charges, she could be fined $1,000 and or up to a year in jail. And I got to tell you, I think that's silly.
Insane. No, that's absolutely insane.
Let's see. Wrestler guy called back. Let's see what's up with Wrestler guy.
Hey, what's up, Mo Show? It's Wrestler Guy. I was just listening. You guys are saying that there's a town that are upset because of a mom let her 10-year-old walk into town by himself. That's not a bad thing, really. But in Japan, that's very common. Where if the parents are, at work or whatever, and the little kid's out by himself, despite the age, I'm assuming they would have to be at least about 10, maybe a little older.
Yeah, I have heard of that.
I will interject here to say that Japan has famously very low crime rates.
Yeah.
It's not like crime never happens, but
where they go into town by themselves and they run the errands for the parents. They're walking around Japan and they're they go to like the convenience store or the konbini.
Son, go buy squid.
Convenience store, and they go buy the groceries and they buy everything that they need.
And we're out of wasabi.
And they're perfectly fine. It's like 10 years old, and it's like you have the responsibilities of an adult. So
yeah. I feel like
there's a whole show on it on Netflix where they just show like these little kids running these errands in Japan.
People wonder how the phenomenon of helicopter parents happen. Probably stuff like this.
Maybe.
Like, as a country, I think we've kind of been convinced that if your child walks outside of the house, you're neglectful because they're outside.
Yeah, but then there's going to be that case of the kid who does get murdered or kidnapped, and they're going to be like, so? What were you talking about? Huh? What were you saying?
It just takes one case for that to happen.
It's so... it's
going to happen.
It has happened before.
Again, it could happen with the mother there. But this show, it shows like these kids that are like 5 years old going through the whole town. But then they explain in the show that
they're Japanese kids?
The Japanese kids, but that the whole community, their whole job is to make sure that kid is safe. So everyone keeps an eye to make sure. Yeah, it takes a village. So all the people are like making sure that the kids are okay and that they're not harmed.
There was a backlash to the helicopter parent phenomenon, and that was free range kids movement. It was people who...
Oh, do you remember that reality television show where they got like a bunch of kids and they made it they let them live in a town with no adults?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I forgot what it was called, but it was basically Lord of the Flies comes alive. I think they eventually killed a pig or something.
That was a really crappy thing that those people did to that lady in that little town. Those cops must be really bored, and really looking for something to do if they went to...
I assume that is correct. If you're in a town with a few hundred people, how many crimes do you get a call on per day?
Pick up that kid and charge that lady. It should all be real. It should depend on, is the kid responsible enough?
Well, the mom, to answer that question for you, appreciate the call. The mom said, yeah, he's responsible for his age. He knows the thing about not talking to strangers. So even though he didn't have my permission, she didn't think it was such a big deal. And then the cops show up later to cuff her in front of her kids.
Oh, Mrs. Adjective has a very good point.
Well, save it for when we come back, or else Alberto is about to plotz over there.
Okay.
I hate to drop Yiddish on you guys, but that's the only word I can use. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll hear from Mrs. Adjective right after this.
Artist interviews, Zoom music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases, champion of all things rock.
With the Tin Man, 6 El Paso craft beer filling stations. Learn more on Instagram at Tin Man EP.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com. The Buzz Adams Morning Show presents Go Sports Go. Brought to you by the Viva Auto Group. Viva makes it happen.
Okay. I don't really have any sports, but I felt like we needed to play that. Cowboys are playing on Monday night, but I don't think anybody cares anymore because this is the second week in a row they haven't even bothered to give us a liner to read about the Cowboys game.
Oh, who are they playing?
Houston.
Have you seen those memes
on Monday Night Football?
Those memes where people are like, Cowboys fans, if you can't handle me when we're 3-10, then don't expect to be with me when we're 10-0.
Oh, God.
Well, Cowboys are now taking a Marilyn Monroe quote. Huh? That's one of those Marilyn Monroe quotes. It's not actually by Marilyn Monroe at all. Let me get another call here, and then Nico wanted some clarification on our Thanksgiving.
Yep.
All right. Where did my? There we go. This is about the mom in rural Georgia. The police showed up and arrested her because she let her kid walk into town. Yeah. Kid's 10. Town has a population of a few hundred. It was less than a mile. They cuffed her in front of her 3 kids.
Oh, man.
But what actually damaged the children more in this scenario?
Yeah, right.
Hi, yeah, I was calling about the mom letting her 10-year-old son walk into town on his own. I think it is absolutely ridiculous. The police should not have arrested her, but I feel like maybe not all the details are being revealed. There's got to be something else.
You would think, yeah.
For them to come back later that day and arrest her, it almost makes me think maybe there was already, a child protective custody issue or something else going on. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. And thanks for being such an awesome morning show.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
that's always a good point to think. Is there more to the story than what's being reported? Mm-hmm. But I will say, if we went walking and it was summertime, there's a good chance we were barefooted. Here's another story about how different a place like New Hampshire is from a place like Texas or New Mexico or Oklahoma, where I'm from. Police in New Hampshire arrested a man who was shooting in the woods. He had 9 guns, and he was shooting a tree.
Oh, so it sounds like a Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, and then?
He is looking at charges of reckless and disorderly conduct. Here is New Hampshire Police Lieutenant Justin Dottie talking about the arrest.
He came upon an abandoned vehicle. He heard what he believed to be gunfire, which then caused them to request the assistance of multiple other agencies until they could figure out what exactly was going on. Upon setting up the perimeter, they were also able to learn who the individual in question was. So they were able to make contact with him by phone, also using the PA system on the cruiser to call him out of the woods. He was shooting a small tree in the ground around the tree.
Yeah, it's called shooting your guns out in the woods where nobody's going to get hurt.
So he was just shooting at a tree? A person?
Okay, anybody in El Paso who's been out to like Santa Teresa or any of the other places, you just go out in the desert and people dump refrigerators and different stuff, and you just shoot. And you take multiple guns with you because you want to shoot different cool stuff.
I guess that means, are we cooler with the Texas gun laws and the laxness of them versus other states?
Than this. Like, I don't want to live somewhere where they're going to go out and drag you out of the woods and arrest you for shooting at a tree. And that is exactly what we would do.
What'd that tree do to him? Huh?
Well, we lived...
dying.
My dad's farm was on the grounds of what used to be the city dump in the 19-teens. So we had no problem finding old pieces of glass, and we'd set those up next to a tree. And the reason you shoot at a tree is because, first of all, you're shooting down, not up. One of those bullets gets up in the air. It could hit livestock or even a house.
Look at that.
Right? Yeah. So you shoot at the tree because first you're shooting down, and also there's the tree as kind of the backstop. This guy got arrested for it.
Dang.
That's a great question. Would I prefer these kind of laws like they apparently have in
New Hampshire
to what we got in Texas? I got to be honest with you.
No, I wouldn't.
I stick with Texas.
I like the Texas laws.
Final story here for you, and there's a good outcome to this, okay? A woman gave birth to a baby boy in the ticketing area of Miami International Airport.
Hey, mazel.
She gave birth on the floor. So initially, first responders thought that she'd had a miscarriage.
Okay.
And this is the good news, the baby's fine.
Oh.
The baby ends up being just fine. Here's the conversation.
Sometimes they just fall out.
Here's the conversation. Was she one of these I didn't even know I was pregnant ladies?
Oh,
I wonder.
God, that is so scary.
It happens.
Here's the conversation between dispatchers and responders.
Responding to door 3, pregnant female, possible miscarriage outside of door 3 departure.
See if it's alive. It's alive? Okay. Hold on. Suction. Hold on.
Rescue 40, your ETA. Baby was delivered. Rescue 40.
All right.
Oh, my
Hey, the
God.
baby came out all right. Are we completely out of time, or do I have 30 seconds?
It's 10 o'clock, dude.
Yep. We're out.
Oh, then we're late already. So what difference does it make?
Hey,
right?
anybody who didn't win the turkey thing, you are still in the running for
There
next
we
week.
go.
There.
Thank you.
All right, we'll
Yes,
do it again
thank
next
you.
week. So long, everybody.
Well, that's it. Show's over. What? We just started.
Yeah, well, the show's over.
That's the end.
That's not the end.
Why, yes, it is. Right, that's the end.
And that's the end. That's the end.
The morning show will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m.